Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. So, it's been a bit slow going on the channel recently, what with busy days plus games not working. But I think we've got Yuri's Revenge working properly now. In theory, anyway. Just gonna spam people with the link because everyone loves that at everyone notification on Discord. Not even gonna put a description this time, just gonna post the link. Like, you know what this is. You know what you're looking at. Then I want to send the link to everyone, but I accidentally copied the whole message. What's the point of sending an at everyone in a one-on-one voice chat, huh? One-on-one Discord chat. That doesn't seem practical. Oh, okay. I was not expecting... I did not open the window yet. Yuri just really wanted to say something. So, that's enough introductory babble. Last time we made a start. Oh, we didn't make a start. We managed to let the game work, make the game work, and then we finished the Allied campaign of Yuri's Revenge. That is. So now we're going to start the Soviet campaign. This is probably the part I remember least. I think I recall a mission of where the premiere is in like some desert area and you have to save him from being mind controlled and you find him hiding out in like a strip club because comedy. That's all I remember. Oh no, I remember more. I think there's like a hero unit called Boris. Anyway, it'll all come back to me when we actually play instead of me thinking about playing it.
Locked and loaded.
What?
We will bury them. We will bury them. We will bury them. We will bury them.
Well, this is awkward.
We will bury them.
So if I had to guess what this is, it's that because the game is in this weird windowed mode. That's why it can't actually...
We will bury them.
Locked and loaded.
That's why it doesn't actually work. Because loading missions probably still works, right? That's why I haven't noticed this problem. Yeah, loading works, okay.
Battle control terminated.
And here I was proclaiming that the game worked. Welp. Of course. Of course it broke.
We will bury them.
Okay.
Comrade General, it is pleasant to see you again, even under these circumstances. The traitor Yuri has activated 2 of his psychic dominator devices. Cities around the world are falling under his power. However, we have discovered a plan by the Americans to alter the events of the past few hours. Stand by, comrade. I'm receiving an encrypted message from a secured wavelength.
It's good to see loyal face, Comrade General.
Nostrils.
However, there is little time. Allies are creating new technology for traveling backward in time. The Americans plan to use this machine to go back early in war. There, they will destroy Yuri's psychic dominator devices before they can be completed. Comrade General, if you can capture this American time machine, we might have opportunity to change history and assure Soviet victory. fate of Soviet Union, of entire world rests in your hands. Oh, I must go. Comrade Sophia has recorded a message to give this to my best self. The Asvadanya, Comrade General.
Establishing battlefield control. This is Alcatraz Island, Commander. This will be our target when we arrive in the past. But first, we must capture the Allied time machine. Reinforcements have arrived.
Typhoon attack sub.
Okay, interesting angle. This is the same place we were with the Allies.
Sir, you must destroy the Allied Navy and Grand cannons before our transports can approach. Battle control online. Unit promoted.
Yes, Commander. Target sighted. Yes, Commander. Close and fire. Target sighted.
And there we go.
Yes, Commander. Fire at will. Torpedoes are dive.
These guys are just kind of chilling. Anyway, man, I was really nervous there when the game just didn't work for a bit. Gosh. Also, you know what I like? I can tab out without the game imploding in on itself. Right.
Force under pressure. Running tight.
Maybe I ought to just let the Dreadnought handle this.
Vessel ready. Ship reporting. Close and fire.
Uh-oh, we're gonna kill our own squid here. Sorry, squid.
Ship reporting.
Stop.
Navigating.
Move, 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 move.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Well, now they're gonna cheer after every objective.
Incoming transmission. The time machine is located to the south of the Golden Gate Bridge. Yuri's forces are seizing power-generating plants in order to activate the psychic dominator on Alcatraz Island. Our forces are here. If you wish to successfully capture the American time travel machine, it would be wise to move quickly. Excellent, Commander. Now take your troops and capture the time machine here. Once we've captured it, we can travel back in time and destroy the psychic dominator.
Boris reporting.
This is Boris, Comrade General. He is equipped with superior weapons and has full authority to call in an airstrike. He's one of our finest soldiers and a hero to the Soviet people. Good luck, sir. Battle control online.
Yes, Comrade General. This will be easy. Conscript reporting. Boris.
I just hope he doesn't die.
Capture civilian hospitals whenever they are found in the field. They will provide medical supplies to keep our troops fit to fight longer.
Examining diagrams.
Should probably save often. I always have to get back into the flow of it for a bit.
Waiting orders.
Hospital captured. All infantry units
Location
were now
confirmed.
out of here.
Encountering enemy.
We have better tanks. Oh, we don't get to actually
Unit lost.
repair this building, that's a problem.
Unit lost.
Is that a mission failed? Because we lost all our engineers?
Waiting orders.
Changing position.
That might be a mission failed.
Moving. Attacking. Moving.
The Allies have been equipping
Target
some of their GIs with anti-tank weapons. These new Guardian GIs are the first real threat to our tanks the
War
Allies
is
have
here.
produced. Maybe our dogs would like to meet.
Comrade,
Unit lost.
Let's light location confirmed.
So we're just screwed? No more engineers?
I'll point out the location confirmed. Target sighted.
Unit lost.
Attacking. Encountering enemy.
waiting orders. Moving out. Conscript reporting. For the Union. Comrade,
Commander, destroy all of the
Waiting
defenses
orders.
around the time
Da.
machine so we can capture it.
comrade,
Structure
the Union.
garrisoned.
Waiting orders.
Changing position. We will bury them. Target sighted.
Unit lost.
Let's light them up. I'll point out the target. Bring on the MiGs. Vehicle report moving.
Okay, okay, let's just...
Changing position. Location.
Unit lost.
Bring on the MiGs.
So yeah, he can just kinda target a building and then MiGs will come in and destroy it. Which makes him better than Tanya in terms of destroying defensive structures, but that's really about it.
Comrade,
Da. I'll point out the target. I will make it.
Stop, Comrade General. Do not destroy the time machine. We need it to continue our mission.
I was not destroying the time machine, but I'm glad you worry about me. That was weird, I'm sorry.
Objective complete. Commander, the time machine is offline. We need to capture some of the power plants in the area. A squad of engineers is dropping in now to
Vehicle
assist you.
report. Location confirmed.
Machine shops can maintain our vehicles in the field and
Location
repair any
confirmed.
damage over time.
conscript reporting. Comrade,
That sure would be nice if I had more, you know, anything.
Reinforcements have arrived.
tools ready.
Sir,
Moving.
Yuri's engineers are trying to capture the power
I will
plants
go.
in the city. If he captures enough of them,
Yes,
he will
Commander.
bring the psychic dominator online,
Moving.
and all will be lost.
Indeed.
I will go. Engineering. Examining diagrams. Tools ready. Checking designs.
Building captured.
Right, yeah, we need to...
Machine shop captured.
Engineering.
All vehicles will
Examining
now
diagrams.
auto-repair.
Waiting
We need to
order.
prevent them from taking the power plants.
Conscript reporting.
War is here.
So this premise is much the same as the...
Eat land.
Unit promoted.
Land. I have important
Conscript
mission.
reporting.
Location confirmed. Waiting orders.
Conscript reporting. For the Union.
Waiting orders.
I have the information.
I have the information.
Conscript reporting.
Right, let's protect this.
Structure garrison.
Engineering. Tools ready.
Location confirmed.
I have the information.
Moving. Moving. Location confirmed.
Tools ready. Yes, Commander.
Yes, Comrade General. I have important mission. Russia's fate is with me. Fools, you can't
Sir,
touch me.
Yuri
Engineering.
almost has enough power
Examining
to use the
diagrams.
psychic dominator. Stop him and get
I'll
to the
point
time
out the
machine.
target. Fools! You can't touch me!
Tools ready. Examining diagram.
Don't mess with me.
Okay, that's 2 if we get it.
I'll point out the target. Fools! You can't touch me!
Tools ready. I will go. Examining diagram.
I'll point out the target. Eat lead!
In that case, I was kind of content to let the enemy of my enemy handle it.
I have the information.
I wonder which power plant would be best to get. There's plenty more.
Warning, psychic
Examining
dominator
diagram.
detected.
Examining diagrams.
Don't mess with me. I have important mission.
Right, so we don't have much time. Oh. Or maybe we do. Seems like the timer stopped already.
Die, traitors! Don't
Unit promoted.
Russia's fate is with me. Yes, Comrade General. Russia's fate is with me.
That's it. We have enough power. We are beginning the time shift.
Well,
Incoming transmission.
we went a bit too far back then, huh?
We have escaped into the past, Comrade General. But I am afraid that our superior Soviet engineers increased the efficiency of the American power plants too much. We have arrived more than 65 million years in the past. Stand by, comrade, while we attempt another time shift.
Conscript reporting.
Battle control online.
Order received. Conscript reporting.
Okay.
Unit lost.
Well,
Waiting order. I have the information.
I kind of want to explore this map.
Changing position. Location
Might actually be a good idea because it also seems to distract them. Oh, there's not actually much map to speak of here.
Changing position.
The time machine has recharged. Hold on, Commander.
Moving.
The time shift is beginning.
Okay. Well, that was a cool bit.
Incoming transmission. Well done, Comrade General. We have arrived at our destination. We would not have had another chance. We have arrived in San Francisco at the time of the first Soviet occupation. The Psychic Dominator is still under construction on Alcatraz Island. You must subdue Yuri's forces and get Boris, our special commando, within sighting range of the device. Once there, battle control online.
Once there, battle control
Commander,
online.
if my
Engineering.
records are correct, there
Checking
should be an
designs.
established Soviet base in
Engineering.
the area during this time period. Find it and
Examining
assume
diagrams.
command. Building captured.
Tools ready.
Machine shop captured. All vehicles will now auto repair.
Vehicle reporting. Attacking! Changing position. Location confirmed.
So yeah, that segment where we went way into the past was extremely cool. I love that. Shame it didn't take very long. Like it's so much work they put in for only a 2-minute section.
Changing position. Location confirmed. Location confirmed. We will bury them. Comrade? Da. Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Moving. Vehicle reporting.
Conscript reporting.
Ready, comrade. I'll point out the target. This will be easy. Eat land.
Airstrike confirmed.
I don't really know where the Soviet base is, but sure.
Let's light them up.
Oh yeah, he's actually way better against vehicles too, which is good.
Light them up.
I mean, Tanya is good against vehicles now as well, but she has to get real close to them, which is kind of a liability.
Engineering. Examining diagrams. Conscript reporting. Order received.
Not sure if we should be wasting more engineers.
I will go.
Don't miss. Changing position. Moving. 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 Moving.
Ah, there it is.
Location
Hello, guys.
confirmed.
Good. We have assumed command of this base. Now build up a
Moving.
strike force and destroy the psychic dominator.
Changing
Low
position.
power. New construction options.
I am not swimming out there. Get me an armor transport from shipyard.
So he doesn't swim, that's another difference between him and Tanya, I guess.
Tools ready. Examining diagrams.
Building. Unit ready. Training.
Conscript reporting. For the Union.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Structure garrison. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Conscript reporting.
Encountering enemy.
Wow, they really are just throwing stuff at us, aren't they?
Shuttle ready for passengers. Planning course.
Well,
Building. On hold. Building. Structure garrison.
Reporting. Attacking. Moving.
Comrade. Moving out.
Construction complete. Unit lost. Structure garrison.
right, it's
Let's light them up.
so do the Allied cannons not care about Yuri's stuff being here? I guess this is in the middle of the Soviet occupation, so maybe they just have no
Unit lost.
clue what's going on here, but
Building.
Meets on the way.
Yes, Comrade General. Eat land. Ready, comrade.
Unit ready.
Location
Our base is
confirmed.
under attack. Building. Repairing.
well,
Unit
hopefully
promoted.
this will keep him busy for a little while.
Abandoned.
I will go. Examining diagrams. Examining
It's the first mission, I mean, it shouldn't be too complicated.
Unit ready.
What is here? Who is next?
You know, we do like Boris, don't we?
Need a ride, anybody? Let's keep
Yes,
it safe.
Comrade General.
Unit ready.
I am not armed, you know. Checking with map. Don't get too close to combat.
Waiting orders. Moving. I'll point out the target.
Let's
Unit
take an
ready.
excursion.
Yes,
Let's keep it
Comrade
safe.
General. Changing position.
Our base is under attack.
Where do you need to go?
So yeah, the traveling back in time thing with the dinosaurs was really cool.
Unit
I seem to
ready.
recall that happening, but I wasn't sure which campaign it happened in, so this is bringing back some memories. I actually think I remember how this one ends now too.
Structure
Checking
abandoned.
with map.
I won't say, because we'd like to see it confirmed properly, but I'm pretty sure I know how the Soviet campaign ends, at least part of it.
I'll point out the target. Eat less. Strike confirmed.
Okay. Let's knock out the Psychic Dominator, and with it, the first Soviet mission.
Mission accomplished.
Alright.
So, comrade, I am understanding you come from dark and terrible future. According to report I received from your communications officer, Allies will win war by using sneaky device called Chronosphere to invade Moscow.
You must go to Germany. Destroy this Einstein's laboratory before he can invent this Chronosphere device. Allies will give up their foolish resistance and join our glorious Soviet cause. Then together, we take care of traitor Yuri!
Okay, you don't have to be that enthusiastic.
Commander, your first task is to eliminate the German border stations that guard the entryways into Germany. Einstein's laboratory is here. Your objective is to destroy the lab and this prototype chronosphere to ensure the Allies cannot rally to victory this time around. The Allied general at this base is your only true opponent, Commander. Ignore him or crush him at your leisure. These forces should be more than sufficient for the task, given your exceptional command abilities. Battle controlled online.
Ready, comrade. Changing position.
So this is interesting, because this is kind of an alternate perspective on a mission we have actually done.
For destruction. Sending airmail.
Airmail.
Let's keep our distance. We have ignition. V3 launch unit. Warhead primed. Advancing to new location.
Unit lost.
Repositioning.
Oh, whoops. Right, the anti-tanks.
So, comrade,
I have no idea what that means.
Commander, your first task is to eliminate the German border stations that guard the entryways into Germany. Einstein's laboratory is here. Your objective is to destroy the lab and this prototype chronosphere to ensure the Allies cannot rally to victory this time around. The Allied general at this base is your only true opponent, Commander. Ignore him or crush him at your leisure. These forces should be more than sufficient for the task, given your exceptional command abilities. Battle controlled online.
Ready for launch. Missile launch for destruction. Trajectory set.
So yeah, we're not all that well armed right now,
Rockets
but
fueled and ready. Sending V3 launch unit. Trajectory set. Armed for destruction. Missile launch confirmed for destruction. Trajectory set. Let's keep our distance. Waiting order. Changing position. Moving.
Unit lost.
Armed for destruction. Attacking. Attacking.
Unit lost.
I have the information. Examining diagrams.
Unit promoted. Building captured. Our base is under attack. Training. New construction options.
Conscript reporting.
Unit ready.
Moving. Changing position. Encountering enemy. Encountering enemy. Moving.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Encountering enemy.
Unit ready.
Moving. Target sighted.
Unit lost.
Orders?
For some reason, I thought I had lost that, because I keep forgetting that I am in fact the Soviets. Always takes some getting used to, doesn't it? No, 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 guys. Guys!
We will bury them. V3 launch unit. Changing position. We will bury them. We will bury them.
Ugh, that was awful.
Moving. Target sighted. Moving.
Commander, this new allied toy is called a battle fortress. This rolling
Engineering
monstrosity
location
will crush
confirmed.
even our tanks while the men
Changing
inside rain
position.
fire out its many gun ports. Training. Another annoying trick of the allies. Their Mirage tank can mask itself as almost
Ready for
any
launch.
object nearby it
Moving.
and then remain concealed and fire upon us.
Location confirmed.
Reinforcements have
Location
arrived.
confirmed.
Mobile
Unit
Construction
ready.
Center relocating as quickly as possible.
Unit lost.
MCV reporting in. Relocating.
Unit
Now,
low power.
we can do this, but do we even need to bother, or can we basically gun it straight for Einstein's
New
laboratory?
construction options.
Comrade.
Unit ready.
This does show us the value of having some dogs.
On hold. Repairing. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Armed for destruction. Location confirmed.
Construction complete.
Location confirmed.
Our base is under attack. Building. Unit lost. Repairing.
Waiting orders. Moving.
Construction complete.
How about some action?
Unit lost.
On the mark, sir.
Moving.
Because basically it's just destroying the chronosphere, right? We don't actually have to do anything else. So if we can just break that. I think I may have actually cheesed this mission when I was a kid
Moving.
by just straight up
Moving.
driving straight to the lab and
Unit
destroying it.
Moving. Changing position. Changing position.
Unit lost.
Location
Our Comrade
confirmed.
General, Einstein's chronosphere
Changing
is now
position.
functional. He has turned
Moving.
it over to his allied defenders. It now threatens our base. Unit lost.
Target sight. Target sight. We will
Unit lost. Our base is
we
under
will
attack.
bury them.
Unit promoted.
Location confirmed.
Unit lost.
Attacking.
Oh, he just destroyed my construction yard. Okay, well,
Squared away, sir. Digging in. Conscript reporting. Attacking. Waiting order.
Unit lost.
Squared away, sir. Attacking.
Unit promoted.
Attacking.
Unit promoted.
Changing position.
Unit lost.
Target sighted. Moving.
Unit promoted.
Location confirmed. Target sighted. Moving. We will bury them.
Unit lost.
Comrade, moving out.
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Waiting orders.
Unit promoted.
For home
Unit
country.
lost.
Trajectory set. Waiting orders. Target sighted.
Unit promoted. Unit lost.
well, that didn't go so well. That's okay though.
Low power.
Conscript reporting. Order received.
Building. Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
Right, so at the very least, let's not let them destroy our base right at the beginning.
Unable to comply. Building in progress.
Ready for
Unit
launch.
lost.
Repulsor.
Unit ready.
You on shore?
New construction options.
Comrades?
Construction complete. Unit lost. New construction options.
Well,
Our base is under attack. Unit ready. New rally point established.
no.
Moving.
Unit
This is actually a
lost.
pretty rough start, isn't it?
Location confirmed.
Conscript reporting.
Unit
Moving out.
ready. New rally point established. Structure garrison. Building. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit lost. Cannot deploy here.
Waiting orders.
Unit lost. Building. Structure garrison. Our Commander General, Einstein's chronosphere is now functional. He has turned it over to his allied defenders. It now threatens our base. Unit lost. Repairing.
All right.
I have the information. Yes, Commander.
Well, it's not exactly a great start, but
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Training. Unit ready. Repairing.
you'll be careful about spending too much money right now. At least if I'm expecting this to be a long-term thing, and it might be. This mission, I mean.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Mission 2 was Hollywood, right? For the Allies.
Building.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit lost.
Ow.
Let's keep our distance. Repositioning. Repositioning.
Repositioning. Sorry.
Comrade,
Location confirmed.
tools ready. Moving.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Alright, so how should we tackle this?
Construction complete. Building.
Seal ready.
Yeah, that worries me a little bit. I don't like seals.
Unit ready.
Comrade,
Moving.
conscript reporting.
Location confirmed.
Yeah, I found out pretty quickly that those V3 rockets aren't exactly the most helpful under these
On
circumstances.
hold. Cancelled.
Armed for destruction. Advancing to new location.
Our base is under attack.
Okay then. That was rude and completely unnecessary to do, but
Building.
fine.
Conscript reporting.
Location
Unit
confirmed.
ready.
Waiting orders.
Building Soviet economy. Making Russia strong. Let's keep the ore moving.
It's a bit paranoid, but I saw them going down below there. The last thing I want is them to sneakily run around my base and like try a backdoor tactic.
Structure garrison.
I'm not gonna have them
Building.
destroy my base from the inside out. That's what I want to do to their base. So yeah, I'm not sure how many streams we're gonna be taking about this campaign.
Location confirmed. Waiting order. Changing position.
The last one took 2 streams, but that was with a lot of technical difficulties.
Ready.
I'm guessing this one will be 2 streams too. We did start with some technical difficulties, but I think it's just slightly too long to do in one go, and I don't really want to put that kind of pressure on myself right now.
Promoted. Unit promoted.
Ready, comrade. Location confirmed.
Select target. Our base is under attack.
Oh, of course, I didn't build the flak.
Waiting order. Attacking!
Repairing. Ore miner under attack. Technology stolen. Building. Training.
Well, this might be trouble.
Ore miner under attack.
For everyone.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Comrade, a little slack.
Tools ready.
Moving. Target sighted.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Ore miner under attack.
Vehicle reporting. Ready. Flak trooper reporting.
Unit lost. Insufficient funds. Unit promoted. Unit lost.
Okay, well,
Structure sold. Unit promoted. Construction complete. New construction
Orders, comrades.
options.
Clouds of death.
this one is turning out to be a bit of a an uphill battle, as they say.
Low power.
Just want to try something here.
Conscript reporting. Order received.
Ready for launch.
Tools ready.
Unit ready.
Conscript
Our
reporting.
base is under
For
attack.
the Union. Conscript reporting.
Location confirmed.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Primary building selected. New construction options. Unit lost.
Because I feel like if it starts so uphill, we need to rework our strategy a little.
Complete. Training. Unit ready.
Waiting order. Da. Comrade. For the Union. Conscript reporting. Da. Comrade.
Garrison.
Order comrade.
Our base
For
is
the
under
Union.
attack. Repairing.
Comrade.
Yeah, it's not so much fun when the buildings can fight back, is it?
Changing position. Location confirmed. Moving. Changing position. Moving.
Comrade General, Einstein's
Location
chronosphere
confirmed.
is now functional. He has turned it over to his allied defenders. It now threatens our base. Our base is under attack.
Vehicle
Unit lost.
location confirmed.
Waiting order.
Moving. Changing position. Changing position. Moving.
Well, let's not go
Our
too...
base is under attack.
Changing position. Changing position. We will bury them.
Unit lost.
Target sighted.
That's one good thing about the prism tanks, is how absolutely fragile they are.
Unit lost.
Changing position.
Unit lost.
Position. Location confirmed. Encountering enemy.
Unit lost.
You are sure?
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Can do. On my way. You got it.
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Moving out. On the move! Attacking!
Unit promoted. Unit lost.
You are sure?
Unit promoted.
Conscript reporting. Attacking.
Uh-oh.
Attacking. Comrade. For home country.
Unit lost.
Orders!
Unit promoted. Unit promoted.
Can do!
Okay, this is interesting.
Safety first, sir! Attacking!
Conscript reporting. For Mother Russia. For Mother Russia. Comrade. You are sure?
Unit lost.
No, 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 no.
You are
Ah.
sure?
No, 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 no. We don't want this one. I want that cheese. I think I can make the cheese
Low
work
power.
somehow.
On hold. Cancelled. Building. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Repairing. Unit ready. Building. New construction options. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Unit ready. On hold. Cancel. New construction options.
Moving out!
Waiting orders.
Unit lost.
I wonder if it makes any difference what kind of unit we put in here. Either way.
Structure garrison.
Solid as a rock,
Location
sir.
confirmed.
Unit lost.
We will
Our
barely
base is under attack.
moving.
Well, there go all the engineers.
Let's show them what we got.
Location confirmed.
Unit lost.
On the mark, sir.
Changing position. Encountering enemy.
Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit lost. Comrade General, Einstein's chronosphere is now
Location
functional. He
confirmed.
has turned it over to his allied
Moving.
defenders. It now threatens
Moving.
our base. Unit lost.
Location confirmed. Changing position. Changing position.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, they missed. Good.
Changing position.
Maybe I should send in some infantry first up against those annoying prism tanks. Power to
Building.
overwhelm and destroy.
Repairing.
Waiting orders. Moving out.
Ready!
Waiting orders. Comrade, for home country. For home country. You are sure? For the Union.
Can do! On the move!
Unit lost.
You got it!
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Moving out!
Unit promoted. Construction complete.
Comrade,
Moving. Changing position. Moving. Location confirmed. Changing position. Moving.
Yes, okay. What if I make a save right here? Probably not a good idea, but I'm still gonna do it.
Target sight.
Unit lost.
Confirmed. Encountering enemy. Changing position. Attacking!
Unit promoted.
Confirmed. We will bury them.
Unit lost.
We will bury them. Target sighted. Location confirmed.
waiting orders.
Location confirmed. We will bury them.
Unit lost.
We will bury them. Moving. We will bury them.
Comrade,
Changing position.
Unit
Encountering enemy.
lost.
Location confirmed. Encountering enemy. Target sighted. We will bury them.
Unit Unit promoted. Unit promoted.
Squared away, sir! Target sighted. Attacking! Conscript reporting. Can do! Attacking!
Unit promoted.
Okay, let's just destroy the... Oh, no.
Attacking! Conscript reporting. You are sure?
Unit promoted.
Squared away, sir!
Unit promoted. Unit lost.
Target sighted. We will bury them. Comrade? Comrade?
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Rockets fueled and ready. We have ignited. Waiting order. Target sighted.
Okay, okay, okay.
Ready, comrade. Attacking! Ready for launch. Sending air mail. Comrade. Let's keep up this. Comrade.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Darn it. We got so close to...
New construction options. Building.
Maybe close enough that we can just kind of mop up the rest now, maybe?
Training. Unit ready.
Maybe.
Unit ready. Construction complete. New construction options. Unit ready. Building. Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit lost. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready.
If they set them up here, they're actually doing a decent job of like compensating for their broken
Our
defenses.
base is under attack.
That's actually pretty good.
Ore miner under attack.
Wow, dude.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Clear the air. I'll carry out the operation. Getting in closer.
Our base is under attack.
Getting in closer. Lock them down.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Lock them down.
Unit promoted.
Getting in closer. Cutting path.
Repairing.
Conscript reporting. Moving out. Conscript reporting. Comrade, order received.
Building.
Well, this is all a bit of a sloppy mess.
You ready?
It was all going well until that
Unit ready.
tank thing came up here.
What is the mission? Getting in closer.
Waiting orders. Waiting orders. Moving
The one
out.
with the really bad Scottish
Waiting
accent, you know the one.
Waiting orders. Conscript reporting. Waiting orders. Da. Waiting orders. Moving out. Moving out.
Oh, fake. It's a spy. Fake.
What is the mission?
I mean,
Getting
technically,
in closer.
it's fake, but
Cutting path.
I like that that was the first term that came to mind. Not a spy, but fake infantry. It was way harder to. That's way harder to say than just putting it the way it was. Anyway, I don't see myself actually breaking this, but I still wanted to try because you know me. I always overcommit to a particular mission really hard.
Cutting path. Cutting path.
Cutting path.
Cutting path. Cutting path. Getting in closer. I'll carry out the operation. Cutting path. Getting in closer. Flag them down. Getting in closer. Maneuvering.
Waiting orders. Waiting orders.
Well,
Moving.
Unit lost.
Target sighted. Location confirmed. Attacking. Vehicle reporting. Location confirmed. Vehicle reporting. We will bury them. Encountering enemy. Ready.
okay, being slightly more conscious about how we attack bottom here. Hey, Snap, welcome to the stream.
Conscript reporting.
Encountering enemy. Squared away, sir. Attacking.
Why do you always tune in when my army gets
Unit
wiped out?
lost.
I could call it bad luck, but let's be honest here. I do have a tendency of getting my people killed.
We will bury them.
Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit promoted. Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit promoted.
Armed for destruction. Trajectory set. Encountering enemy.
Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Location confirmed. Encountering enemy. Rockets fueled and ready. Waiting order. Moving to new launch site. We will bury them. Ready for launch. Trajectory set. Encountering enemy.
Uh-oh.
Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting. Target sighted.
Unit promoted.
Reporting. Ready, comrade. Attacking! Ready for launch. Advancing to new location. Sending airmail. Ready, comrade. Encountering enemy.
Okay, let's get some of the anti-air out of here.
Waiting orders. We will bury them.
There's something we learned last attempt is that hurrying the heck up is a kind of important thing here. Anytime now that support base to the right is gonna send in horrible things to crush these fragile little tanks underfoot.
Ready for launch.
Unit promoted.
Confirmed. Comrade. We will bury them.
Alright. All this effort just to set up a cheese that I
Cannot
could
deploy here.
probably would have been better to just actually do the mission, but you know me. I like the cheese so much. It's so good. Cheese.
Mission accomplished.
Well, I just spent half an hour trying to make that work. I like how the bar time is an hour and I took 10 minutes. Delicious cheese. Russian cheese.
Have you seen State News magazine? War is over, Comrade General. The Allies have surrendered. Now they fight with us against the traitor Yuri. All of Soviet people are full of gratefulness to you. Nazdrovnya!
Our special intelligence operatives report another psychic dominator device being constructed in London. Our premier wants us to destroy it before Yuri can react.
Alright.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by. Incoming transmission.
But anyway, how are you doing today? Snat.
Yuri's psychic dominator is somewhere in London. Across the river, Yuri is using a psychic beacon to control an allied base. If you can destroy the psychic beacon, the allied troops will join us in battle. Incoming transmission.
Why do you do this, Comrade General? Without me, the Soviet Union would be only a tiny little province in the American Empire. I think only of our destiny. No matter. These Allied troops are weak-minded. They now fight for me. Prepare for your death. It'll be swift. I promise you.
Operatives have located the psychic beacon here. They also reported a sniper in the area. Be careful, sir. Battle control online.
Tired, but 2 more days. Alright, yeah. Hold on for just a little while longer.
I'll point out the target.
Shuttle ready for passengers. Don't get too close to combat.
Long live Yuri.
Soylent Green for Yuri.
Soylent. Okay. Well then. References.
Training. Yuri is using innocent civilians to power his base. Destroy the grinder building to limit his resources.
Tools ready.
Unit lost.
The needs of the many.
Checking design.
Yes, Comrade General. Die, traitorous dog. I have important mission. I have important mission.
Spy plane ready.
Die, traitorous dog.
Yuri is life.
Long live Yuri.
We should probably stop this because it's really horrific.
Building captured.
Yuri must go to Yuri.
Don't mess with Die, traitorous.
Okay, please don't attack Boris again. Give him some time to actually heal.
Must hurry for Yuri.
Submit to Yuri's will.
Bye-bye. I love that cheer.
Boris agrees. Eat less.
I know I was like sarcastic, like, oh, are they gonna cheer after every mission? But I actually really like it when they do. I thrive on validation.
Prepared for your assault, sir. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
I have important mission.
Waiting orders. I'll point out the target.
Fools, you
Vehicle
can
report.
touch me. Encountering enemy.
On the way.
Meeks on the way.
Vehicle reporting.
Location
Engineering. Checking design.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Can you not?
Conscript reporting.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Structure garrison.
ready, comrade. Encountering enemy.
Unit ready.
Okay.
Repairing.
Conscript reporting. For the Union. Order received.
Structure garrison.
Okay, so there's a possible ambush, they say.
Engineering.
Waiting orders.
We already destroyed the grinder, though, which is great.
Target sighted. Location confirmed.
No, not you, buddy.
Vehicle reporting.
Waiting
Changing
orders.
position.
Where is boy? Where's our? Where's
Don't mess with me. I'll point out the target.
where is boy? Where is Boris? Is what I meant to say, but it somehow came out as boy. Where is boy? Where is boy? Boyrus.
There's nothing I cannot do. Die, traitorous dog. This will be easy.
Unit lost.
Engineering, I will go. Engineering, examining diagrams. I have the information. Examining diagrams.
Okay, so the psychic
Oil
beacon.
refinery captured. Acquiring additional resources. Training.
So do we just send a few suckers across the bridge first,
Conscript reporting.
so they can destroy it and laugh at us,
Unit ready.
and we can be like, the joke's on you, I knew that was going to happen.
Repairing. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Conscript reporting. Attacking. Waiting orders. For the Union.
Unit ready.
You are sure? Moving out.
Should probably have some actual Tesla troopers too.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders. Comrade,
Moving. Moving. Changing position.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Encountering enemy. Attacking! Encountering
Unit
enemy.
ready. Unit
Encountering
promoted.
enemy. Encountering enemy. Location confirmed.
Dude just runs
Unit
off.
ready.
Location confirmed. Target
Unit
sight.
lost.
Encountering enemy.
Unit ready.
Moving.
waiting orders. For the Union.
Maybe with the ambush they just meant this little base right here.
Yes, Comrade General. Who is next?
Comrade, order received.
Charging up. Surging forward. Boris here.
Comrade, moving out. Waiting orders.
No, no.
Waiting
Move.
For the Union.
I won't make it.
Waiting orders.
Boris here. Electro planning. South dwarfs coming up. Yes, Comrade. Charging up.
Hey, Magallians, thank you so much for the resubscribe. That's 25 months now. Thank you for your continued support. I hope you've been doing alright.
Unit lost.
Hey, welcome, welcome.
For Mother Russia.
Unit lost. Unit
And
promoted.
Slicer Gaming, thank you for the follow.
You are sure?
And welcome.
For Mother Russia. You are sure? For Mother Russia. For the Union. For home country. Moving out. Attacking. Moving out.
Unit lost.
We are in the wrong end of the space, I think.
For Mother Russia.
Yes, Comrade General.
Unit
Russia's
lost.
fate is with me. Die, traitorous dogs. Eat land away.
Whoop. Rip Boris. And how are you doing today, McGee?
Unit ready. On hold. Cancelled. Cancelled. Training.
Comrade.
Moving. We will bury them.
Unit ready.
We
Unit
will bury
ready.
them. Attacking! Changing position. Don't mess with
Unit ready.
flag, comrade. Moving.
Unit
Waka
lost.
waka waka waka.
Unit
This
ready.
music.
You can't touch me. I'm going down.
Unit ready.
Airstrike confirmed.
Training. Unit lost.
Target sighted. Location.
We ideally don't want to kill many of these allies, because they're actually good, they're just being mind controlled by Yuri.
Unit
So if we can get by without killing too many of them, that would be ideal.
Location.
We prefer not to... We might be the Soviets, but we prefer not to kill people who are useful to us.
Encountering enemy. Target sighted. Location confirmed.
Very good. You're off today, which is always a plus, I believe. That's good to hear. Days off are always great. I'm doing fine as well. Some news on the medical side that you might have seen on the Discord. Okay, this should take care of this.
So, you have freed the allied forces.
This will be
Their weak minds will not help you to defeat me.
Battle control offline. New construction op.
Welcome to the game, Agent Tanya.
Game's over, Yuri. You're about to lose.
Incoming transmission.
Excellent, sir. The Allied forces are free from Yuri's control. The Allies' special agent Tanya is on the line for you. I'll put her through.
I never thought I'd be saying this to a commie, but, thanks. All right, this Yuri is going down. So we're ready to follow your orders. But you better know what you're doing, because if my men get slaughtered, you're gonna have to answer to me. You got that, comrade?
Unit lost. New Special Agent Tanya's C4 charges will be quite useful, even if she's not as skilled as Boris.
What? Yeah, right. Boris is skilled. Ooh, look at me. I can call in an airstrike. Please.
Oh, sorry, sir. I thought this channel was secure. Battle control online.
I hear ya. Let's go.
Warning, Psychic Dominator detected. The Psychic Dominator is
best
armed,
there is.
Commander. This
Indeed, it's good to have some news on that.
destroy it
Let's go.
quickly before Yuri
Gotcha.
can use it against us.
Yes, Comrade General. This will be easy.
Sir,
Precious
the War
fate
Factor
is
is now
me.
equipped to produce Tesla
I
bombs.
have important
Their ability
mission.
to shoot over walls should help overcome Yuri's defenses. Building. New construction options.
There's nothing I cannot do. Russia's fate is with me.
Unit ready.
This will be easy.
Spy plane ready.
Minus me, comrade. You should leave
I'll
before
point
I
out the
grow
target.
angry.
Unit ready.
Right, wow, look at that. That is a well-defended Psychic Dominator.
Unit ready.
Die, traitor. Dog. Going down.
I'm the
Unit
best there
ready.
is.
But yeah, summer vacation is almost
Unit
upon us, and
ready.
then I will have some real time to recover, prepare for what's next. But it's an exciting time for me.
Adjustments. Orders? Good to go. Securing position. Good to go. Bound forward.
I'm so good. Nothing to stop me.
This will be easy. Don't mess with me.
Transformer panel securing in position. Driver up.
Untouchable.
Unit lost.
Mess. Who is that? Oh, don't have to touch me.
Meeks on
I
the
hear
way.
ya.
Okay, we have breached the base. If we can just destroy their power, that's the main thing.
Another loser.
Another loser. We do love Tanya, don't we?
Nothing to stop me. Nothing to stop me.
Unit lost.
Untouchable. Let's go.
Outside of streaming Red Alert, have you been playing anything else lately? I got Kirby and the Forgotten Land and Persona 5 on my birthday, and I have been playing.
Alone.
Nothing to stop me.
And I've been playing both.
Gotcha.
I'll point out the target. Fool!
What's up?
You can't
Let's
touch
go.
me!
Let's go. Let's get to it.
Transformer panel
I
in
hear
order.
ya.
Come on, bring in those MiGs.
Tools of the trade. Driver up. Weapon ready.
So yeah, I made a start on both games. I really started to binge Persona 5 after a bit. I guess I always need a longer RPG in my life.
So good. Let's get to it. Bag 'em up. Nothing to stop me.
Tools of the trade. High speed, low drag.
Untouchable.
We can make adjustments. Outstanding. Ready to roll. Commencing assault.
Unit lost.
Another loser. I'm the best there is.
Yes,
Nothing to stop me.
Okay, the MiGs should end this if all goes well.
Don't mess.
Another loser.
Unit lost.
I have sealed your fate. Everyone attack.
And there we have it.
Can do. Safety first, sir.
Unit lost.
On my way.
As for Kirby, it's fun.
Attacking.
I've played about one world of it. It's super cute. It's fun to see the series in 3D. With that said,
Got it.
I have noticed that
On my way.
when you have a game that has levels with like lots of optional secrets,
Got it.
I end up feeling
On the move.
like I have to be hyper vigilant in every stage so I don't overlook one objective, so I have to redo the stage 3 more times to do those objectives. If that makes any sense. It probably sounds exaggerated, but that does sometimes rob games of a little bit of
I'll point out the
I'm the best there.
So that's basically, it's a game with really cool and intricate levels with lots of secrets, but that also makes it a little stressful, if that makes sense.
Nothing to stop me.
Maybe it doesn't make sense.
Squared away, sir.
I hear ya. Let's get to it.
light them up. Don't mess with me.
Unit lost.
Point out the target. Die, traitor. Don't.
Our base is under attack.
I'm the best there is. Gotcha.
Indeed, it is a very varied pack of games.
Nothing to stop me.
Okay.
Nothing to stop me. I'm the best there is. Yeah!
And there we have it.
Objective complete. Mission accomplished.
Comrade General, I have very bad news. Premier Romanov's plane was shot down while returning to Moscow. The aircraft went down over Morocco. We believe that the Premier is alive and hiding somewhere in the city.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Yeah,
Incoming
this mission I
transmission.
remember.
Yuri's forces have captured the only airport in the area. Even now, they search for our leader. You must find the Premier before the enemy does. We believe that Premier Romanov is hiding in the eastern part of the city. You must transport him safely across the river to the airport. Yuri's forces have garrisoned buildings to the north. Our new demolition trucks should be able to clear those structures.
Incoming transmission.
This is a message for my old comrade Romanov. Turn yourself in, Comrade Premier, and I promise you asylum with my forces. Remain in hiding, and you will surely die. The Comrade General is a traitor to the Soviet people. Their destiny, and the destiny of the entire world, lies with me.
Battle control online.
Comrade,
Changing position.
Building.
So you know exactly what you mean. There have been games where you completely miss the storyline because you're too hyper-vigilant on 100% completing the level. Exactly. I think since New Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo DS, did that one have like the star coins? Nintendo has been pushing this idea more and more and more and more. I guess it's their answer to, you know... I mean, I'm gonna sound very 2006 right now, but... it is their way to distinguish between hardcore and casual gamers, I guess. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but like, so you can play the game in a non-committal way, or you can...
Commander, this unit is the strongest Yuri has. He's the brute, and he can smash tanks with minimal effort. Construction complete. Building.
But
New
yeah, that's...
construction options.
But that's not to talk down to the
Building.
game, mind you. I actually think it's very charming so far.
Construction complete. New construction options.
The setting is really cool.
Construction
Very
complete.
different from what you'd expect from a cutesy looking game, perhaps. Fully translated to
Training.
Dutch as well.
Unit ready.
It's not necessary, but I appreciate it. I like the acknowledgement. I like it when Nintendo acknowledges that the Dutch
For
exist.
the Union.
Vehicle reporting.
So yeah, that's the main issue right now, if we want to call it an issue.
Vehicle reporting.
So yeah, we need to find Romanov, because if we don't...
Changing
You
position.
can only hide so long before you're discovered by my followers.
Construction complete. Building. New construction options.
Waiting orders.
Do they have camels in Morocco?
Construction complete.
Now I know that Morocco is a
Changing position.
a country with a warmer...
We believe that Premier Romanov is hiding out in the eastern part of the city. We must locate him before Yuri does.
Cool, they instead of normal hardcore modes, they could do casual 100%er modes. But yeah, I think the game is really beautiful and fun. But the fact, like for example, there's like side missions, and you can, if you beat them in time, you get you can get a special crystal. But if you also beat it within an extra time, you get a little check mark. It doesn't actually do anything, but the fact that that is another objective to complete makes me feel like I need to do it, and makes me like legitimately angry when I don't. And I know that's immature, but it's like, man.
We believe that
Waiting
Premier
orders.
Romanov is hiding
Moving
out
out.
in the eastern part of the city. We must locate him before Yuri does.
You must locate him.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Right, so the eastern part of the city, they said.
Conscript reporting.
Just gonna literally send these guys, and I think like I said, I think he's like in a strip club or something, because haha, funny Premier Romanov, haha.
Moving.
Not that I particularly mind if he wants to go to a strip club. I guess that's his prerogative. I mean, what else are you gonna do in Morocco?
Unit lost.
But that is a joke, by the way. I'm sure there's plenty of beautiful things to see in Morocco. I've wanted to go there myself at some point, but
Repairing. Construction complete.
the funny thing is, a lot of people from Morocco
Construction.
actually
This is
come
the
to
demo
the...
truck. It's a truck loaded with explosives. Get the truck into an enemy base, and when they destroy it, it will explode, causing
Conscript
major
reporting.
damage to their base.
Hey, it's been a while since I've seen 2 bots in this chat.
Unit lost. Building.
Oh, right, I forgot that terror drones cannot be mind controlled, because they have no mind, haha.
Building Soviet economy. Serving the cause.
Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Right, so this is one of those missions where we have to basically build stuff on every side of our base, or we're just gonna get messed
All
up.
miner under attack. Building.
Aren't they adorable? I wonder if you would like these guys, McGee.
Construction
These
complete.
cute little spider bots. In spite of how cute they may be,
Spy
they're actually called
ready.
terror drones. They instantly kill
Building.
infantry on the ground, and they like enter vehicles and slowly break them from within.
Construction complete.
And they cannot be mind controlled by Yuri.
Building. On hold.
I wonder if I actually need to garrison the building to trip this. We have two different definitions of what cute is. Fair. Okay. So,
Unit promoted.
he is somewhere around here, but where? Also, the main danger is that we should not let Yuri get his grubby mind control. Yeah? You here? Oh yeah, he's here. I can
We have located
I can
threat
tell from the
overall.
building.
Incoming transmission.
Yes, funny strip club.
Of
Yeah.
all the bars in all the world, look who is walking into this one. Welcome, Comrade General.
Premier of Russia, by the way.
We are having the beginning of a beautiful friendship, I think.
Get me to airport. I'm Premier. These are plans for Iron Curtain. Use on our demolition trucks to make ultimate weapon of destruction. I will consider
Our
it.
base is under attack.
I recall this was the first mission where it started to get really difficult to get it done on time. Oh no. There will be no mind controlling
Our
the
base is
Premier.
under attack.
Which way, comrade? At my own pace.
Unit promoted. Unit promoted. Reinforcements have arrived. Our base is under attack.
What is going on here?
Building.
Oh boy, I got very distracted there. The scampering to do is cute. Also the don't mind this terror bot just snooping around. They're very fast, so yeah. And Yuri, so Yuri very much hinges on being a scummy mind control person.
We must get Premier Romanov to the safety of the airport. Building.
As he's now finding out, you cannot actually mind control an automated sentry gun. Ha 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 ha.
Construction complete. Ore miner under attack.
Reactor ready.
Guide me to safety. For Soviet glory.
Building Soviet economy for Soviet people.
Building. Ore miner under attack.
To safety.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Oh no, no, absolutely not.
Premier, you know. These boots are too tight.
These boots are too tight. Okay.
Guide me to safety.
There goes
These
the
boots are
neighborhood.
too tight.
Okay, we have saved our favorite Premier
Goes the neighborhood.
from his
Cannot
strip
deploy
club
here.
visit. I mean, I guess it wasn't really a strip club. It's like what Shantae is, right? Like a
New
belly
construction
dancer.
Options.
I wonder if they would
Building.
consider it offensive to call that a
Guide
strip
me
club.
to safety. These boots are too tight.
These boots are too tight.
Let's make an oasis of them.
Construction
Quiet. Heat them up. Reactor ready.
Okay, so what do we have at our disposal?
Unit promoted.
Find a hot spot.
Building.
Mercury rising. Reactor. The end is near.
Uh-oh.
Scorch. Mercury rising.
Am I gonna have to hear ticking for the whole game now? Because of some sort of weird audio bug.
Our base is under attack. Unit promoted.
Waiting orders. Moving out.
Oh, did my harvester get destroyed? That's problematic. We've actually lost a lot of progress then by my not paying attention.
On hold.
Reactor ready. It will be a silent spring. The end is near.
Unit promoted. Building.
Also, this guy makes infantry melt. And it's like comically horrific.
Our base is under attack. Our base is under attack. Structure sold. Unit ready.
Alright.
Building Soviet economy. Da, Comrade General.
Repairing.
Reactor ready. The end
Force
is
shield
near.
ready. Unit promoted.
An oasis
We
of
are
death.
armed.
Okay, it feels like we're hanging on by a thread here, but the thread is fairly strong. For a thread, anyway.
Waiting orders. Order received.
Order received. Haha.
Ivan's not home. Here comes the sun. Reactor ready. Mercury rising. Here comes the sun.
These guys are
Let's hit them.
Unit promoted.
not entirely right in the head anymore, but I guess if you use like nuclear power to melt other people, you might have to have some problems upstairs.
I'm Premier, you know.
I know.
Insufficient funds.
Mercury rising. Spread the doom.
Our base is under attack.
Waiting orders. You are sure? Comrade. For the order.
Ore miner under attack.
Making Russia strong.
Who would win, a harvester or a Gatling boy? The harvester, as it turns out.
Building Soviet economy.
But not if it's two.
Relocating operation. Relocating operation.
Ore
Waiting
miner
order.
under attack.
Da. Moving out.
Building Soviet economy.
Reactor ready.
Ore miner under
Feels like a bit of an uphill battle, doesn't it?
Let's make
When it goes like this, I always feel this urge to just restart.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Because now I've once again lost by War Miner.
Our base is under attack.
Alright, yeah, let's take a step back here.
Conscript reporting.
Structure garrison.
And just see if we can make this a bit less frustrating.
You can only hide so long before you're discovered by my followers.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete.
Waiting orders.
Construction complete. Building.
Right, there's one thing we know from the start
We
now
believe that
is
Premier Romanov is hiding out in the eastern part of the city. We
they
must
like to attack
locate
the
him
base from
before
behind
he
as well,
does.
so we need to be prepared for that. At least I have like a little cache of gemstones, so you start the mission with a decent amount of resources. It's not, it's a hard mission, but it's not unfair. I just wasn't prepared to deal with what that was.
Waiting on changing position. Changing position.
Our base is under attack.
Location confirmed. Location confirmed.
Repairing.
Ready, comrade. Moving.
Ready, comrade.
Vehicle location confirmed.
I don't believe I could have handled the start much better than I did, so let's
Comrades,
save it there. So we don't have to redo all these little things every time, after all.
Construction complete. New construction. This is the demo truck. It's a truck loaded with explosives. Get the truck into an enemy base, and when they destroy it,
Waiting
it will
orders.
explode, causing
Changing
major
position.
damage to their base. Building. Ore miner under attack. Construction complete.
Building Soviet economy.
comrades,
These guys are just permanently in the no-chill zone.
Changing position. Building Soviet economy.
conscript
Da,
reporting.
comrade general. Target sighted.
If they had destroyed the harvester right from the start again, I might have had to restart
Comrades,
just to get some decent time in. Oh,
Structure garrison.
well.
Our base is under attack. Our base is under attack. Training. Unit lost.
Darn,
Ore miner under attack.
I wasn't careful enough.
We are armed. Da, comrade general.
Vehicle removing.
Equal share for everyone.
tools ready.
Equal share for
Pipeline
everyone.
Ready.
Checking
Unit
design.
ready.
Ready, comrade. Changing position.
Training. Unit ready.
Conscript reporting. Order received.
Okay, so we need to be careful to not instantly get wrecked by whatever's in here.
We have located Premier Romanov. Incoming transmission.
Okay, get funny cutscene or by some standard anyway.
Look who is walking into this one! Welcome, Comrade General! We are having the beginning of a beautiful friendship, I think.
Get out of there already.
Get me to airport. I'm These are plans for Iron Force. Soviet glory on our demolition trucks. My ultimate weapon of destruction.
Tools ready.
Construction complete.
Yeah, they will probably never attack the Premier because they need him, but
Ore miner under attack. Oil refinery captured. Acquiring additional resources. Our base is under attack.
Ready, comrade. Location confirmed. Target sighted.
Ore miner under attack.
Ready, comrade.
Our
Ech.
base is under attack.
Which way?
that is something Yuri is good at, is like turning defenses against each other. Especially if I'm not paying proper attention to it.
Building. Building. Construction complete.
Guide me to safety.
Construction
I
complete.
will consider it.
We must get Premier Romanov to the safety of the airport. Building.
Okay, I'm not sure if we're saving in a good place here, but that's why I always make a new save.
Building. Construction complete. Building.
Actually, let's
Building.
also start investing some serious money into getting more money.
Training. Unit ready. Insufficient funds.
I have legacy to consider.
Waiting order.
Legacy.
For the Union.
Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Structure garrisoned.
Vehicle reporting. Changing position. Encountering enemy.
Construction complete. Unit lost.
Attacking! Moving.
Unit lost. Ore miner under attack.
War miner here. Da, Comrade General. Waiting order. Encountering enemy.
Unit lost.
Ech.
Vehicle reporting. Attacking!
Ore miner under attack.
Guide me to safety.
Waiting order.
New construction options. Building.
They just gotta walk out now? Okay. Okay, well I have an oil derrick, but it's not very much, is it? A singular oil derrick gives us passive money, but it's... Well, it's so little it barely matters. It does matter, though.
Guide me
Barely
to
is
safety.
not.
At my own pace. I have legacy to consider. At my own pace.
Okay, I would like them to stop sneaking into the back of my base. Again. So, if possible, I'll make another sentry gun right here. No way they can sneak past here. They might still be going there, though.
Our base is under attack.
Yeah, look at that. He's immediately figured it out. I hate this AI.
Building.
Oh, okay. The AI was not smart enough. But still pretty smart.
War miner here.
War miner.
Construction complete.
Alright.
Building. Our base is under attack. Repairing. Construction complete. Building.
Okay, we have a decent position here.
I
Insufficient
have legacy
funds.
to consider.
Our base is under attack. Building. On hold. Cancelled.
Ready, comrade.
Yep. I will say, like I said, they do try very hard to find weak spots in your defenses. Which is annoying, but it's also well made.
Shield ready.
So I guess I can't really be angry about it.
Select target. Unit ready.
We are armed.
Ore miner under attack.
Building Soviet economy. Ready, comrade.
Building.
A surface depot wouldn't be out of place, considering they're heavily targeting our harvesters. Are they going to attempt to destroy this? Please just leave my oil derrick alone.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Ready, comrade. Moving.
Repairing.
Demolition trucks are cool, but they're also really expensive. Basically a super weapon you drive into the base. But if it so much as rides over a pebble, it explodes, so it's not
Unit repaired.
not very dependable, I'm afraid. Okay.
Our base is under attack.
The defenses aren't exactly infallible, but they're decent. Dum, 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 dum.
Unit ready. Ore miner under attack.
Building Soviet economy.
Ready for launch. Moving to new launch site. Advancing to new location.
Training. Unit ready.
Let's keep our distance. Repositioning. Not too close, please.
Not too close, please.
Spy plane ready. Select target.
I'm actually kind of curious what's even going on in the top left of this map here.
Our base is under attack. Repairing. Repairing. Ore miner under attack.
We are armed, serving the cause. Da, Comrade General. Da, Comrade General.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
Making Russia strong.
Maybe we'll just start mining from this spot here. Good boy. Yes, yes, good boy, good boy.
We are armed. Equal share for everyone.
The dog and I are playing fetch, except he's bringing back the heads of Yuri's forces instead.
Not too close, please. We have ignition.
Yeah, we need multiple fast units to prevent nonsense from happening, I think. I am bringing a dog here because I preferably want
Unit ready.
Yuri to have no part of these. Nope, leave my rockets alone.
Unit ready.
Rockets
Spy
fueled
plane
and ready.
ready.
Warhead prime.
Unit
Whoop.
lost.
And ready.
Building. On hold. Reinforcements have arrived.
Ready for meltdown. Ivan's not home.
Ore
Hi,
miner
lads.
under attack.
I'm going.
Repairing. Training. Ore miner under attack. Unit ready. Ore miner under attack. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Building. On hold.
We should restore our economy, but it definitely feels like an uphill battle still.
Conscript reporting. Order received.
There's a little base in the top left here. I wonder if there's any point in destroying it though.
Unit ready. Insufficient funds. Building. Ore miner under attack.
Pride of the working class. Pride
Yeah,
of
that's
the working
pretty
class.
far away. If you're gonna,
Equal
might as well
share
just
for
do that
everyone.
one right.
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
We don't have enough money to really repair this right now. It can definitely feel like your economy slows down to a crawl in situations like these, and thus the game itself also slows a bit.
Unit ready.
I have the power. Positively. No charge for extra power. Positively. No charge for extra power. No charge for extra power. Free hookah. Prepare for rolling blackout. Free hookah.
Free hookups.
No charge for extra power. Need a little boost. No charge for extra power. Wired for distraction. No charge for extra power. Free hookah. Nothing wasted. No charge for extra power. No charge for extra power.
Unit
Free
ready.
hookah.
I'm mostly doing this because the AI doesn't seem to be understanding what I'm doing here. So I'm just exploiting this moment of
Unit promoted.
Need a little
immunity.
No charge for extra power. Prepare for rolling blackout. No charge for extra power. Nothing wasted. Free hookah.
Guessing this would be too close. Yes, yes, no. Ugh.
Lost.
Welp. I am the only one who is to blame for that.
I have the power.
I guess I'll just try the tactic they want me to try.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
This is going to dip our power quite a bit.
Low power.
Yep.
Building.
No power, no Iron Curtain. Capacitor at full charge. Efficient
On
and
hold.
clean.
Cancelled. Construction complete.
I have the power. Need a little boost. Maximum power. Reading meter.
Well, like I mentioned, I'm not gonna get any kind of time score on this mission.
Building. On hold.
So I might as well just
Building.
actually do some future proofing and build another refinery here.
Capacitor at full charge.
Full charge. I don't see any easy way to cheese this otherwise.
Ore miner under attack.
It's too quiet here.
Our base is under attack. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Building.
Oh yeah, the brutes. Not the
Insufficient
most fun
funds.
units to have to deal with.
Construction complete. Building.
Now that I've attached this to the base, though, we are once again vulnerable here. Which is why I'm trying to quickly build the additional sentry gun, but money isn't coming in fast enough because all three of them are way too in sync right now.
Our base is under attack.
Ready, comrade. Location confirmed.
Ore miner under attack. Unit promoted.
At least that should represent a big money injection once they actually get
Iron
here.
curtain ready. Construction complete. Select target.
Vehicle reporting.
See, what I'm worried about also is a demolition truck getting controlled by Yuri's.
Building. Our base is under attack.
Generators humming. Positively. Prepare for rolling blackout. Efficient and clean. Free hookups. Maximum power. Need a little boost? Prepare for rolling blackout. That sparks my curiosity. Prepare
That
for
sparks
rolling
my
blackout.
curiosity.
Not
Electricity
much extra
jokes.
power.
All of the electricity
That
jokes.
sparks my curiosity.
Unit
Free
ready.
hookups. Efficient and clean. Let's make a delivery. Generators humming.
Building.
Okay, let's try a little something then.
Generators humming. That sparks my curiosity.
Oh yeah, be careful of sending anyone near Yuri's, because he's just gonna mind control them. Okay, first off, we want this base gone, especially that. Imagine if I accidentally let him mind control a demolition truck in my own base. That would be horrific.
One-way trip. One-way trip.
Wow.
Watch out for the bumps. Watch out for the bumps. One-way trip. As you wish.
So, this guy is surprisingly cheerful considering he's an actual suicide bomber. Weird.
I shall avenge us. One-way trip.
Select target. Warning.
truck is
Iron
one
curtain
for the
activated.
As you wish. As you wish.
Spy plane ready.
One-way trip.
Unit lost.
Watch out for the bumps. It will be a smoking crater.
Unit lost.
Watch out for the bumps.
Building.
I wonder if I steal this, are they just gonna leave it alone? I'm gonna have to put a big fat doubt on that one, but...
I
Unit
have the
ready.
power. Need a little boost? Free hookup. Free hookup. Charge for extra power. Positive. Free hookup.
Our base is under
Nothing
attack.
wasted.
For a moment there, I had like a mini heart attack where I thought he was attacking the Premier, but...
Examining diagrams.
Examining diagrams. Sorry, I shouldn't insult the engineer. He's very smart. He just has an accent.
Generators humming.
Snap crackle.
Unit ready.
Because anything to speed things up at this point would be highly appreciated.
I shall avenge us.
Ideally, we just want to drive them into this base and just destroy everything, right?
Building.
Like, I was thinking of, like, possible
Acquiring
strategies.
additional resources. Ore miner under attack.
I was thinking of potential strategies, right? Like, oh, maybe we could break this middle part first and then go here and all that. But I'm thinking maybe we should just go straight for it. Now that we actually have money. One-way trip.
Unit ready.
Why don't you drive? My truck is loaded.
Why don't you drive?
Iron Curtain ready.
What a line.
Reading meter.
Our base is under attack.
Need a little boost?
Repairing. Unit ready.
Ideally, I'd like to get these guys
My truck is loaded.
a bit closer before I properly set off the
Ore miner under attack.
Efficient and
Iron Curtain.
I shall avenge us. Let's make a delivery.
Because it doesn't take very long to wear off, tragically.
Watch out
Watch out for the bumps.
for the bumps. Watch out for the bumps. As you wish. Watch out for the bumps.
Insufficient funds.
As you
Unit
wish.
ready.
Watch out for the bumps. My truck is loaded. Watch out for the bumps. As you wish. As you wish. My truck is loaded. Watch out for the bumps.
If they actually try to attack these guys, they won't last very long.
One-way trip.
Select target. Warning. Iron Curtain activated.
Watch
Yeah,
out for the
there's
bumps.
no way this is gonna work.
As you wish.
Probably should have done my initial plan.
Let's make a delivery.
The banned simple plan.
Let's make a
Now,
delivery.
what kind of noise was that, friend?
Unit lost.
One-way trip.
Unit lost. Building.
I shall avenge us. Don't wait up for me. I am prepared to die.
Okay, well, I mean, that's kind of the whole point, but yes.
Let's make a delivery.
Unit ready.
It will be a smoking crater.
Unit lost. Ore miner
Wow, they are
under
attacking
attack.
quite fiercely now.
I have the power. Efficient and clean. Prepare for rolling blackout. Need a little boost?
Unit promoted.
A little boost?
Building. On hold. Cancelled. Building.
It's tempting to just keep launching demolition trucks, but if possible, it would be nice to destroy these with other means.
I shall avenge us.
Iron Curtain is almost ready already.
Unit ready.
I mean, we can do Iron Curtain on any vehicle, really. We don't need to use it on the trucks.
My truck is loaded. One-way trip.
Unit ready. Ore miner under attack.
Reading meters. Prepare for rolling blackout.
Iron curtain building.
Need a little boost?
Unit ready.
I have
Unit
the power.
promoted.
Positively.
Da-da-da-da. Okay, I don't know if this base is even doing anything at this point.
Unit ready.
It's just standing there, menacingly.
Armed for destruction. Have ignition.
On hold.
Okay, if these viewers are just gonna stand there like a bunch of morons, then they're gonna die like morons.
Let's keep our distance. Warhead primed. Sending airmail. Let's keep our distance. Warhead primed.
It's just, they're just pumping out endless Yuris right now. How many Yuris do you want, man?
Armed for destruction. Not too close, please. Repositioning.
Nope, absolutely not.
Not too close, please. Not
Nice
too
try.
close,
Did you
please.
see that he wanted to control the rocket units?
Building.
Pride of the working class.
Ah,
Let's keep the
I
war
see, I
moving.
see. I was wondering why our economy was slowing down to a crawl.
Rockets fueled and ready. Repositioning.
Yeah, that's right. Just
Ore
ignore
miner
these
under
guys.
attack.
These guys are your friends.
Unit promoted.
Sending airmail.
Our
Not
base is
too
under
close,
attack.
please.
Unit
Moving to
ready.
new launch site. Trajectory set.
Ore miner
Okay, let's
under
build a
attack.
few of these, and then ore miners.
Ore
Could
miner
you?
under attack.
Building Soviet
Ah.
economy.
this one has shot so many enemies. It's ranked up.
Ready for launch. We have ignition. Rockets fueled and ready.
Unit ready.
Yeah, one issue is now they're all like out of
Building.
sync, and they can pretty easily stop
Our
that. But
base
what
is
if they
under
all
attack.
shoot at once?
Ore miner under attack.
Maybe if they all shoot at once, they can do it.
Ready for launch. Warhead primed.
Can you stop 4 all at once? That's my question. Not quite.
Ore miner
Not
under
quite.
attack.
Almost. They almost could.
We are armed. Oh! My
Unit
truck is
ready.
loaded. Ah! Why don't you drive? Why don't you drive? I shall avenge us. As you wish.
Ready for launch.
They're basically gonna slowly whittle this one down as long as they don't get mind controlled.
Let's keep our distance. Let's keep our distance.
Let's keep our distance.
Capacitor at full charge. Efficient and clean.
Let's
Oh,
make a delivery.
absolutely we do not want Yuri anywhere near these guys.
V3 launch unit.
Okay, now that one of them is gone, the next one should actually go more smooth.
Ready for
Except if they do that, of course.
Building.
Mercury rising. Tagged for extinction. Make it.
Unit promoted.
Ooh.
This
Oof.
way.
Did you see that? Did you see that he had the demolition truck under his control for a brief moment?
Desolator ready.
Ore miner.
If he had had that for like a second longer, that would have been a big boom in my base.
Why don't you drive? Watch out for the bumps.
Let's keep our distance.
Unit ready.
Trajectory set.
My truck is loaded. Watch out for the bumps. One-way trip. As you wish. As you wish. One-way trip.
Ore miner under attack.
Watch out for the bumps. One-way trip.
Unit
Okay,
lost.
be wary of
Our
Yuri
base is under attack.
units
Unit
passing by here.
Rockets fueled and ready.
Unit
Missile
ready.
launch confirmed.
Let's make a delivery. One-way trip. One-way trip. One-way trip.
V3 launch unit.
Pretty sure they can switch targets.
Ore miner under attack.
Or not.
Rockets fueled and ready. Trajectory set.
I shall avenge us.
We can at least have a bit more breathing room with these guys.
As you wish.
Ore miner under attack.
My truck.
Unit ready.
Watch out for the bumps.
Insufficient
Rockets fueled
funds.
and ready. Missile launch
Ore
Let's
miner
make a
under
delivery.
attack. Select
Let's
target.
make a delivery. One-way trip.
Select target. Ore miner under attack.
I shall avenge
Warning,
us.
iron curtain
One more trip.
activated.
One-way trip.
Next time we should be able to use this a bit more easily.
Let's make a delivery. For my people.
Our base is under attack.
Make
Unit
a
lost.
delivery. As you wish.
Unit ready.
One-way trip. One-way trip.
One-way trip.
Comrade General, this is a psychic tower. When units get within its firing range, they become mindless slaves to Yuri. Once units are taken, the only way to get them back is to destroy the tower or cut their power. Unit lost.
Generators humming. I have the power. Maximum power. Efficient and clean. Positively. Maximum power. Need
Power.
a little boost.
Ore miner
Maximum
under attack.
power.
That's also one really good thing is they
Unit ready. Repairing.
One-way trip. I shall avenge them.
they cannot be destroyed by they cannot be mind controlled by Yuri, rather harvesters.
I shall avenge us. One-way trip.
They have only one love, and that is money, and you cannot replace it. Okay, so
Ready for launch. Trajectory set.
Ore miner under attack. Our base is under
Moving
attack.
to new launch site. Sending airmail.
I'm kind of baffled by the fact that they're just ignoring these guys, but I guess it's a welcome reprieve from everything.
Ore miner under attack. Our base is under
Moving to new
attack.
launch
Yeah, and they're gonna go in that one.
We have ignition.
They're just running from one sinking ship to the next.
We have
It's almost kind of funny.
Ripples
No,
in.
no, no, no.
Trajectory set. V3 launch unit. Not too close, please. Advancing to new location. Sending airmail. We have ignition. Moving to new launch site.
Iron curtain ready.
Sending airmail.
We could have another crack at this. It seemed like they got controlled once the Iron Curtain ran out. Though that could be completely wrong. I could be wrong.
Our base is under attack.
That's the scary thing. Oh.
Repairing.
Maintenance is very important if they keep battering us with new units.
Ready for launch.
Ore miner under attack.
Alright.
Building Soviet economy. Let's keep the ore moving. Let's make a delivery.
One-way trip. As you wish. As you wish.
I'm not in the mood for these guys to be controlled by
As you wish.
Yuri.
As you wish.
Our base is under attack.
As you wish. Rockets fueled and ready. Advancing to new location.
If we could destroy this somehow,
Repositioning.
that would be
Trajectory set.
extremely beneficial, of course.
Why don't you
One-way
drive?
trip. As you wish. Watch out for the bomb.
But I don't know if they're gonna stay unaggressive if these guys
One-way
actually
trip.
literally cross the bridge to their base. We'll try though.
Ready for launch. Not too close, please. Sending airmail. Let's keep our distance. To new location.
Ore miner under attack.
Sending airmail. Advancing to new location.
Let's make a delivery.
One-way trip. Watch out for the bomb. As you wish. As you wish.
Select target.
One-way
Warning.
trip.
Iron curtain activated.
Watch out for the bomb.
Ore miner under
My
attack.
truck is loaded. It will be a smoking
Let's keep
crack.
our distance.
For my people. Why don't you drive? For my people.
Okay, destroy it.
As you wish.
Destroy it. Good.
My truck is for my people. I shall avenge us. I am prepared to die. It will be a smoking crater.
Unit lost.
V3 launch unit. We have ignition.
Alright. We have very much kneecapped Yuri's base here, which is good. What now? Do we want to try that again?
Building.
Oh, also, look at our money. So rich.
Let's keep our
And it's
distance.
all thanks to the AI not understanding what's happening on their doorstep.
Unit ready.
V3 launch unit.
Ore miner under attack.
This sort of seems like a stalemate, doesn't it?
Unit ready.
Wired for
Changing
destruction.
position. Moving. Location confirmed.
Ivan's not home.
Ivan's not home.
Unit ready. Building.
At this point, I'm so tired of waiting. I'll just build another war factory so we
Iron
can
curtain ready.
build stuff more quickly.
I'm premier, you know.
Yes.
I will consider it.
Dum, 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 dum.
Select
My
target.
truck is loaded.
Unit ready.
My truck is loaded. Why don't you
One-way
drive?
trip. One-way trip.
This guy's a bit out of it right now.
As you wish. One-way trip.
Construction
One-way
complete.
trip. One-way trip. One-way trip.
I think we can pretty much start building like normal
On hold.
units now, please.
Cancel. Ore miner under attack.
One-way trip. One-way trip.
Like, I am hoping that destroying their war factory will just kind of invoke them to sell everything.
Unit ready.
One-way trip.
Select target.
My truck is loaded.
As you wish.
Select target. Warning. Iron curtain
As
activated.
you wish.
Let's make a delivery.
Unit ready.
Smoking crate. Eyes on the headshot.
Unit lost.
Let's make a delivery. I am prepared to die. Let's make a delivery.
Unit lost.
Don't wait up for me.
Unit ready.
I am.
Let's keep our distance. Missile launch confirmed.
Unit promoted.
Armed for destruction. Warhead prime.
Oh wow, they actually figured out there are tanks standing here destroying their stuff.
Moving to new location. We have
Unit lost.
moving to new launch site. Ready for launch. Warhead prime.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Spy
Ready,
plane.
comrade.
Excellent, Combat General. The airport's air defenses have been neutralized. We can now safely evacuate Premier Romanov.
Alright, we should probably put him in a
Unit
flak
ready.
track.
On hold. Cancelled.
Ready,
Building.
comrade. Location confirmed.
Which way, comrade?
Ready,
These
comrade.
roads are too tight.
Unit ready.
Also, have I mentioned that the music in this game is good?
Building.
It's good.
Unit ready. Cannot deploy here.
What is the mission? I'll carry out the
I'm
operation.
premier, you know.
Conscript
Making
report.
tracks.
Making tracks.
Making trucks. I almost thought they said making drugs,
Curtain ready.
but that would make no sense, would it?
Cutting path.
You what? Move.
Moving. Waiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Ready, comrade. Moving.
Unit lost.
Guide me to safety. For Soviet
Waiting
glory.
orders. You are sure? You are sure?
Unit lost.
Let's make an oasis of it. I'm going. Happy
Waiting orders.
Unit promoted. Unit lost.
Guide me to safety. At my own pace.
Mercury rising. Scorched earth. Let's make an oasis.
Unit lost.
I'm premier, you know. I will consider it.
Is he gonna make this? We have had a surprising amount of missions where you have to bring like a leader safely to a place.
I will consider it. These boats are too tight.
Battle control offline.
So that took way too long, but
Unit ready. Mission accomplished.
Ah, my good friend. I am back where I belong, sound and safe. The traitor Yuri is building fleet of boomer submarines. These can launch missiles at any city of his choosing. Zofia will tell you more. You must be careful, comrade. Yuri has many more surprises planned for us, I think.
Incoming transmission.
submarines. Finally, we're on the water.
Yuri's secret submarine base is located on this small island in South Pacific.
We are nearing the island, Commander. I see 3 possible landing zones. Here, here, and here. Yuri's submarine base should be here, with direct access here. But it will be heavily defended. Without a large naval force, this route would be suicide. We've also had intermittent contacts with Yuri's boomer submarines at these locations.
Wow, that is a lot. Hey, Nuxart, welcome to the stream. I'm doing fine.
Sending the squids out in front of the main group. Battle controlled online.
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? Sorry, the lady was talking.
Ship reporting. Course set.
Unit lost.
Well,
Incoming
oh,
transmission.
now, whoops. I didn't want to see the whole thing again.
Yuri's secret submarine base is located on this small
The question is,
island
am
in
I
South
loud?
Pacific.
Or are you quiet? That's the real
We are
question.
nearing the island.
But
Commander.
yeah, oh,
I
she
see
is
3
from
possible
Russia.
landing
Unless you mean
zones.
the actress, in which case
Here.
I'm not sure if she is.
Here. And here. Yuri's submarine base should be here, with direct access here. But it will be heavily defended. Without a large naval force, this route would be suicide. We've also had intermittent contacts with Yuri's boomer submarines at these locations. I suggest sending the squids out in front of the main group. Battle controlled online.
She's Polish, I see, that's cool. You'll actually find that a lot of time they ask actors and actresses that aren't
Yes,
from
Commander.
Russia to do Russian voices. Kind of interesting, really.
Engines engaged. Course set. Navigating.
I'm trying to recall if... So in the movie GoldenEye, the James Bond movie, they also have actors from various countries pretending to be Russian, basically. And I'm pretty sure at least one of them, one of the pretend Russians, is also Polish.
Unit lost.
Yep, and I know for a fact that Famke Janssen, which is a Dutch lady, also plays in that movie as Anna Top. Is that what they called her? I say it, but I can hardly believe it. I haven't been this shocked by a James Bond name since Pussy Galore.
Navigating. Course set. Course
Or
set.
Octopussy, that one was
Captain
something
confirming.
as well.
Target sighted.
Moai. Let's see, Isabella Skorupko. If I'm saying that right, who knows?
Engines engaged. Captain confirming.
Anyway, I was immediately drawn to
Water tight, comrade.
this one because of the oil derrick, as you can probably imagine.
I am not armed, you know. Let's keep it safe.
Unit lost.
Shuttle ready for passengers. Planning course. Let's take an excursion. Let's take an excursion. Need a ride, anybody?
Let's take an excursion.
Armor personnel period ready. Changing position. Moving. Ready for deployment. Moving construction. Yes, comrade. Building the Soviet Empire.
Right, so I am pretty tired, so I'll probably make this mission the last
Ready for
one.
transformation confirmed.
Construction complete. New
Power to
construction
overwhelm and
options.
destroy.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Training. Unit ready.
I have the information. Checking
Vehicle
design.
reporting. Location confirmed.
Location
Moving.
confirmed.
Changing position.
Tools ready. Examining
Vehicle
diagrams.
reporting. Location confirmed.
Alright, I'm not sure if Yuri is gonna be very...
Oil refinery
Changing
captured.
position.
Acquiring additional resources.
Location confirmed.
Wait, did I... Okay, I got that one.
Vehicle
Good.
reporting. Vehicle reporting.
Construction
Changing position.
complete.
Am I gonna put music from game louder or still not? I
New
mean,
construction options.
it all depends on how you ask,
Building.
doesn't it?
Waiting orders. Da.
Building. Construction complete. Building.
Alright, let's just go up the tech tree as per usual. I wonder, the dreadnoughts are
Yes, Commander.
very good. But the route is supposedly heavily guarded, so yeah.
Construction complete. Construction complete. New construction options.
I do not know if we're gonna need a flak cannon. Nonetheless, I believe it may be wise to have one.
Building. Unit lost.
I just heard someone die.
Comrade. Da.
Da. Not da. Die. I also just heard someone da, but that's neither here nor there.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Building. Training. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
Conscript reporting.
Unit ready.
Conscript reporting. Da.
Da.
Repairing.
Boomer sub.
Structure
Okay,
lost.
boomer.
Target sighted.
I think I already made that joke,
Insufficient
but
funds.
nonetheless, still funny.
Building. Our base is under attack. Unit ready.
Conscript reporting.
Since there's even more oil, it would not be a bad idea to get even more of that.
Construction complete.
Vehicle reporting. Moving.
There are oil derricks all over them. Alright, this was the one that had like one immediately visible, so
Target sighted.
Training.
that's the one I went with, I guess.
Vehicle reporting. Location confirmed.
Unit ready.
Ready, comrade. Changing position.
Spy plane ready. Our base is under attack.
Were all these units just deposited here in advance, or?
Ore miner under
Do you
attack.
have a plan?
Our base is under attack. Training.
Tools ready. Yes, Commander. Comrade,
Ore miner under attack.
waiting orders.
Structure garrison.
Order received. You are sure?
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Engineering. Examining diagrams.
Examining diagrams. There I go again, mocking the poor guy's accent. It's not good. It's
Our base is under
not
attack.
fair.
Training.
He's doing his best.
Building.
I was also really mean to the Scottish
hold.
engineer
Cancelled.
in Tiberian Sun
Unit
as well.
Ready. Oil refinery captured. Acquiring additional resources. Unable to comply. Building in progress. Unit
Conscript
promoted.
reporting. Comrade,
Unit ready.
moving out.
Moving out.
Building. Building.
I'm not truly happy until I have enough oil derricks to basically
Unit
never worry
ready.
about money again, but this is a good start.
Structure garrison. Insufficient funds.
Waiting orders.
Unit ready.
Order received. For the Union. For the Union.
Need a little speed? Running high.
It's tempting to just go there and see if I can rush a unit through. If nothing else, it'll at least give us a bit more tactical information on the map. Wow.
Good fishing here.
Good fishing.
Construction complete. Sir, we are extremely vulnerable here. I suggest you build and deploy our new siege choppers. Their deployment weapon will help fortify our location. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Unit lost.
Torpedoes armed. Use stealth. Good under pressure.
Changing position. Moving. Ready,
Our
comrade.
base is under attack.
Moving.
Too bad.
Repairing.
As we say here, too bad, peanut butter. Now that may sound like it doesn't make any sense, and that's because it's true. It's actually literally just a phrase in Dutch because it rhymes.
Yes, Commander. Captain confirming. Engines engaged. Engines engaged. Navigating.
Sometimes things just become something because it rhymes, I guess.
Building.
Oh boy, is that a Kirov? Is that a Kirov? Am I about to cheese the heck out of this mission? Actually, I think Kirovs are limited in use here.
Use stealth. They won't detect our approach.
I mean,
Dive! They They won't detect our approach. Seeing them. Target verified.
Building. Unit lost.
What are tight, comrade?
Whoopsie.
Ship report. Vessel ready. Captain confirmed.
Unit ready.
Hush. They may be near. They won't detect our approach.
Repairing.
Typhoon
Unit
attack.
ready. Unit promoted.
Da-da-da-da.
Torpedoes armed. Use stealth. Dive!
Insufficient funds.
Running silent. Dive!
Our base is under attack.
The water's warm, yes? The weekend getaway. They want some slack, eh?
Unit ready.
Torpedoes armed. Ship reporting.
Force shield ready.
Close and fire. Hush.
I like how Yuri is just a complete megalomaniac, just making stuff in his own image.
Running silent.
I'm surprised he didn't remake Mount Rushmore in his own image as well,
Unit lost.
for that extra subtle flair.
Verified. Yes, Commander.
Unit ready.
Course set. Vessel ready. Torpedoes armed.
Unit promoted.
On our scope.
Our base is under attack.
Target verified.
Unit lost. Repairing.
Okay, it may be time for the dreadnoughts to go home. Okay, I thought I was 100% gonna lose there, but I might actually win. Or lose.
Unit promoted. Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
I think them focusing on the dreadnoughts actually screwed them over.
Unit repaired.
Good under pressure. Seeing them. It's on our scope.
There we go.
Unit ready.
Hush. They may be near. Vessel ready. Close and fire. Ship reporting.
Probably be good for this guy to heal.
Course set.
Like now, like 10 minutes ago, in fact. If he makes it home, I'll be surprised, but it'll be a nice surprise.
Unit
Okay, so what kind of havoc are we gonna wreak now?
Bearing set. Bearing set. Maneuver props engaged.
Yeah, if you can't hear the difference in the music, there's not a whole lot I can do about that.
repairing.
I have turned it up quite a lot. It's actually pretty loud for my comfort levels right now.
Bearing set. Bombardiers to your station.
Unit
Maneuver
ready.
props engaged. Maneuver props engaged. Setting new course. Setting new course. Bearing set.
Hush. They may
Look
be
out,
near.
sir. We are getting strange power readings from those studies.
Helium mix target acquired.
Yuri has turned those monuments
Target
into
acquired.
weapons. Unit, perhaps an engineer could rewire the statue to work for us. Commander, you may want to use the Iron Curtain to help defeat the enemy's more fortified positions. Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Setting new course.
Our base is under attack.
Props engaged.
Repairing.
Target acquired. Setting new course. Target acquired. Target acquired. Maneuver props engaged.
Okay, I was wondering if they would follow, and they did not.
Repairing. Building.
Target acquired. Bombardiers to your stations. Bombing base ready.
Sorry, guys.
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Helium mix optimal.
Unit ready.
Setting new
Unit repaired.
Bearing set.
Kind of wish I had that allied,
Airship ready.
whatchamacallit.
Maneuver props engaged.
The one that makes you see all units on the map. That one is really good for situations where you kind of have to just hunt down all the enemies. Could you bomb these Yuris, please?
Target acquired.
Unit lost.
Maneuver props engaged. Bearing set. Maneuver props engaged.
Typhoon attack sub. Checking periscope.
Unit ready.
Vessel ready.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, Commander. Captain confirming.
Acknowledge.
Right. I do appreciate the regular reminder as well. It's very nice.
Setting new course. Bombing base ready.
This might not be enough. I'm a bit worried. Come on, Kirovs, prove your overpoweredness. Prove your incredible overpoweredness. Be as OP as you've never been before. Oh.
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Bearing set.
Okay.
Bearing set. Closing on target. Bombardiers to your station. Maneuver props engaged. Target acquired.
No, okay. Turn back, friend. Turn back.
New course. Bearing set.
Unit ready.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it.
Unit lost.
Well, at least he did some serious damage before he left the stage. Let's...
Building.
War miner here.
Unit lost.
The oil derricks are helping, but they're not helping as much as I would probably like them to. Alright, good.
Building. On hold. Cancelled. On hold. Cancelled. Building.
Okay, let's just put that on the back burner. How do these dreadnoughts keep dying?
Navigating. Navigating. Hush. They may be near. Dive! Units stand. Target verified.
Well, that might be why.
Unit lost.
Fire torpedoes.
I hate that they're focused on the veteran one. They know what they're doing. It's annoying.
They won't detect our approach. Units stand.
Repairing.
Did they destroy the battle lab? How the heck did they manage that?
Hush. They may be near. Dive! Running sight. Seeing them. Torpedoes away. Dive! Seeing them.
Okay,
Unit
hide.
lost.
Hide.
Checking periscope.
Oh man, they really are going hard now.
Building.
Good, under pressure. They won't detect our approach.
Could I get a reminder of where that thing was? They had such nice reminders for a while. And I'm actually kind of missing those. Oh, I can't even build the things anymore.
Your efforts have been useful to now. But if you destroy this base, I
Iron curtain ready.
Okay, we will Iron Curtain a few of our friends here and then go ham on this.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Alright. Back to your regularly scheduled key roughs now.
Unit lost. Warning, Iron curtain activated.
Target verified.
Too bad.
No. Well, now you have done it. I fear we can no longer be friends.
Incoming transmission.
Comrade General, the purpose of this base is now clear. It is a launch facility. The rocket itself appears to be a pressurized spacecraft. The Premier wishes to know the destination of this spacecraft.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, that was actually really surprisingly easy. I'm kind of shocked.
Well done, Comrade General. We have analyzed flight plan of this rocket ship. It is programmed to fly to the moon. We must find out why. You have cosmonaut training, yes?
They really pulled out all of the coolest ideas for the Soviet
liftoff
campaign.
was without complications, Comrade General. You'll achieve lunar orbit in moments. Your retro rockets should fire automatically to allow for a smooth landing. Take care, my General. You have many reasons to return safely, no? Retro rockets will fire in 3, 2, 1. Your spacecraft has landed, Comrade General.
Finally, Soviets have reached the moon. One baby step for Comrade General, one giant leap for Soviet people, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, so this is incredibly cool. I was gonna stop, but now I'm not gonna stop.
The spacecraft's computer has revealed Yuri's plan to us. Yuri's moon base is nearby. He will evacuate to this base with an army of clones once the Psychic Dominator network has been activated. The base must be eliminated.
Sir, Yuri is deploying a new unit called the Magnetron. It can generate a powerful electromagnetic field that can drag our tanks towards it. This thing is Yuri's mastermind. It can take control of our units just as Yuri himself can. We have discovered its weakness, though. It can only control so many of our units before it overloads itself and is destroyed. Battle control online.
Ready, comrade.
Comrade
Russian
General,
space,
to the
light
east
and
there is
fast.
open ground
Vehicle
suitable for
location
base
confirmed.
construction. But be warned, our
Ready
operators
for
report that
deployment.
Yuri has
As
more than
quickly
one
as
base
possible.
in the area.
Waiting
Fuel
orders.
mix optimized. Rocket packs fully charged.
Okay, so yeah, this map. We are now on the moon.
Construction vehicle.
And we do not get to mine anything, so it's basically a matter of just building what we can.
As quickly as possible.
New construction options. Building. Construction complete. New construction options.
You don't even get to build
Building.
a refinery here. Very different tech tree when there's not really an economy to speak of.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Should put the Soviets.
Incoming transmission.
What?
Some of our vehicles have been modified for use on the lunar surface, but conventional troops cannot survive here.
Unit
Our infantry must wear
Investigation normal.
cosmonaut suits.
Light and
These
fast.
are equipped with lasers and rocket packs. Yuri's base is north of our position. Good luck, Comrade General.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Russian space ace. Shifting thrusters.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting orders.
Would Teslas work on the moon?
Fuel mix optimized.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Pressure gauge is normal. Boosters engaged. Waiting orders.
Construction
Rocket pack fully
complete.
charged. Gravity suit
Unit
secure.
ready.
Fuel mix optimized.
Construction complete. Unit ready. New construction options. There are no resources on this airless rock, Comrade General. You must make the best of the funds you already
Russian
have.
space ace.
Good
Rocket
luck.
pack fully charged.
Unit ready. Construction complete.
Right. Yep. This could be trouble
Unit
if we
ready.
don't plan it out right.
Building.
I think the cosmonauts are actually really good now.
Unit ready.
Gravity suit secure. Boosters engaged. Rid them from area.
Beware of these floating discs, Comrade General. Yuri has designed them to be able to drain power from our Tesla and nuclear reactors, as well as our own defensive buildings. And if they get near the final, they are even better thieves than the accursed Allied spies. Unit ready. Unit promoted.
Rocket pack fully charged.
Training. Building.
It's tempting to send units to explore a bit, but should we?
Unit ready.
Gravity suit secure. Ready, comrade.
Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Unit promoted.
Ready, comrade.
Unit
pack
ready.
fully charged.
Well, there will be no engineers then.
Gravity suit secure. Rocket packs fully
Unit
charged.
ready.
Ready, comrade. Moving. Ready, comrade.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Moving.
New construction options.
Oh yes, we can have a nuclear plant on the moon.
Building.
Good.
Ready, comrade. Rocket pack fully charged.
Unit ready. Unit
Fuel mix
promoted.
optimized. Ready, comrade. I'll carry out the operation.
Yeah, these guys are basically a variation of the flying units the
Building.
Allies have, and I like those a lot. So they're basically those, but with better attack.
Vehicle boosters engaged.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
Rocket pack fully charged.
Construction complete. Building. Repairing. Repairing.
Let's clear the air. Maneuvering. Waiting order.
Training.
Right.
Building. Unit ready. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready.
I guess it might be more cost efficient to just do a nuclear reactor. I'm always a little scared of those buildings that will wreck my base if they get destroyed though.
Unit ready.
Shifting
Our
thrusters.
base is under attack. Repairing.
Waiting
Unit
order.
ready.
Rocket pack fully charged.
Wow, from the bottom right.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Low power.
Light and fast.
Construction complete. Repairing.
Capacitor light and charge.
Unit ready. Building.
Look at all that power.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Building.
I have boosters engaged.
Unit ready.
Boosters engaged.
Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit promoted.
Pressure gauges north. Beam
Unit
intensity
ready.
locked.
Unit lost. Unit promoted. Force shield ready.
Fuel mix
Our
optimized.
base is under attack.
Beam intensity
Unit
locked.
ready.
Ready, comrade.
This makes me think we should have a repair depot, or service depot rather, and
Building.
repair these guys a bit. But I'm also wasting so much time. Okay, time to just attack. Just run forward and literally just attack. I don't want to be playing defense all night.
Ready, comrade.
Light and fast. Rocket packs fully charged. Boosters engaged. Shifting thrusters.
Construction complete.
Light and fast.
So,
We need more funding. Rocket packs fully charged. Beam intensity locked.
Unit lost.
Rocket packs fully charged.
Unit lost.
From area.
Our base is under attack. Training.
Fuel mix
Unit lost.
time for fire for distraction. Beam intensity
Unit
locked.
ready. Unit lost.
Intensity locked.
Come on, shoot it. There you go.
Unit ready.
Changing position. Moving.
Unit lost.
Target sighted.
Unit ready. Building.
That didn't go so well, did it?
Repairing. Unit
The
ready.
music thinks it mostly went well.
New construction options. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Russian space.
Unit ready. Repairing. Construction complete. Unit ready. Repairing. Unit ready.
Light and fast.
Ready,
Fuel
comrade.
mix optimized.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Unit lost. Repairing.
Okay, the defenses are holding on, but not exactly. It's close. Put it that way.
Changing position.
Our base is under attack.
Location
Unit
confirmed.
ready.
Location confirmed. Ready, comrade.
Unit ready. On hold. Cancelled.
Ready, comrade.
Our base is under
engaged.
attack.
Light and fast. Rid them from area. Light
Unit ready.
beam intensity locked. Light and fast.
Unit ready.
Pressure gauges north. Shifting thrusters.
Our base is under
Rocket
attack.
pack fully charged.
Repairing. Unit promoted. Unit ready.
Gravity rushing space age.
We are already running out of money a bit here. I like how he was like, oh, I'm in the wrong neighborhood. Well, guess I'll die.
Boosters engaged.
Our base is under attack.
Boosters engaged. Light and
Yeah, we need to destroy this base already, or we're gonna keep getting battered by vehicles. Don't like it.
rid them from area. Light and fast. Rocket packs fully charged. Time for laser show. Fuel cell damage. Boosters
lost.
engaged.
Uh-oh.
Unit promoted. Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Boosters engaged.
Brainwave overload.
Time for laser show. Rid them from area.
Unit promoted.
Do you
Training.
have a plan? Later at full power.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit lost. Building. Unit ready.
I sense your cash reserves are almost depleted.
Wow, they actually have him say something about that. Cool, but annoying.
Unit ready.
Waiting order. We will bury them.
Unit ready. Unit promoted.
Changing position.
Well, let's level these guys up as best we can. Go back to repair them, and then plan a new attack.
Unit promoted.
Changing
Our
position.
base is under attack. Unit promoted. Unit ready.
Your mind is weak, comrade. You should leave.
I'll carry out the operation.
Unit
Yeah.
ready.
Oh, am I running out of cash, Yuri? I don't even really notice that.
Unit ready.
Waiting order. We will bury them. Brainwave overload.
Unit ready.
Ration fuel mix optimized.
Repairing. Our base is under attack. Unit
Fuel
ready.
mix optimized. Beam intensity locked.
Unit repaired.
Haha.
Repairing. Unit ready.
Fuel mix optimized.
Repairing. 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 Unit
Gravity?
ready.
What's that?
I like that line.
Let's clear the air.
I remember that one. Gravity? What's that? It's good.
Ready, comrade.
That is a good line.
Waiting orders.
Maneuvering.
Training. Repairing. Unit ready.
Gravity suit secure. Space ace. Gravity. Fuel mix optimized.
I will probably have to save the finale for next time, and then maybe plan the multiplayer on the same day, or do a short stream tomorrow. I'm fine with a short stream as well.
Unit ready. On hold.
Ready, comrade.
Rocket pack fully charged. Light and fast. Light and fast.
Our base is under attack. Repairing. Unit lost.
Fuel cell damage. Ready
Unit
for transport.
lost.
Shifting thruster to maneuver.
Waiting orders. Vehicle reporting.
Tracking target.
Ready, comrade. We will bury.
Unit lost.
Target sighted. Waiting orders. Ready, comrade.
Rocket pack fully charged. Strip them from
Vehicle
area.
reporting.
Unit promoted.
Beam intensity locked.
Unit lost. Unit promoted. Our base is under attack. Unit
Come on, break it,
lost.
break it, break it, break it, break it, break it.
Unit promoted.
Strip them from area.
Unit lost.
Operation. Here, them apart. Maneuvering. Here, them apart.
Training. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit ready.
What is the mission? Ready for transport. I'll carry out the operation. Making tracks.
Ready, comrade. Location confirmed.
Unit ready.
Location confirmed.
Our base is under attack.
Encountering enemy. We will
Insufficient
bury
funds.
them. Attacking! Vehicle reporting. Moving.
Engages rocket packs fully charged.
On hold. Cancelled. Repairing.
Whoop.
Comrade. Changing position.
Unit repaired.
What is the mission?
Repairing.
Getting in.
Yes, that is correct.
Ready, comrade.
What is the mission? Time for laser show.
Our base is under attack.
Waiting order.
Time for laser show.
Ready, comrade.
Boosters engaged.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Bring them from area. Laser at full power. Light and fast. Tracking target. Laser at full power.
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
Well,
Gravity suit. Boosters engaged.
Our base is
Bring
under
them from
attack.
area.
I've messed it up a bit here. Oh well.
Unit lost.
No, I was kind of just sticking with the usual rhinos, I'm
Unit
afraid.
promoted.
I am getting a bit tired, so I think I'm just gonna give this one a fresh try tomorrow. Let's see, when did I last save though? That's kind of good to know.
Our base is under attack.
Shifting thrusters.
I guess I can try it from here again.
On hold. Cancelled.
I didn't buy the industrial plan, no. Full disclosure, I totally forgot what it even does.
Building. Repairing.
Oh, it makes units cheaper, right. Probably should have done that early on. Well, I'm gonna give this one more go, but then I'm just gonna probably pick it up tomorrow, you know?
Our base is under attack.
Do you have a flare? Maneuvering. Firing salvo. Cutting path. Maneuvering. Firing salvo. Cutting path.
Repairing.
Let's clear the air.
True, I just wonder if it would be smart to even engage with the smaller base right now and not just go for the top one, you know?
Optimize.
We would get some money for destroying it, I'm sure, but
Fuel mix optimized.
we can at least check if it's powerful. I know we'll get money for it, but I was wondering if it was worth attacking.
Bring them from area.
Unit promoted.
Bring them from area.
Unit promoted. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Time for laser show. Beam intensity lock.
Unit lost.
Directing target. Laser at full power.
Unit promoted.
Directing target.
The promotions are definitely something to consider here.
Unit promoted.
Directing target. Waiting order. Boosters engaged. Directing
Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit promoted. Unit promoted.
Ideally, should prevent that from happening again.
Directing target. Time for laser show. Beam intensity lock. Rid them from area. Shifting thruster. Rid them from area. Beam intensity lock.
Why do you insist on interfering?
Shifting thrusters. Boosters engaged.
It's also 5,000 on normal, it would seem.
Rocket packs fully charged.
Building. Training. On hold.
You know, I was thinking it would be kind of interesting to have those rocket units, but I realized with gravity involved, those rockets might be impractical. Also, the way these guys kind of bob up and down is kind of unnerving and cool and unnerving.
Moving, comrade. Moving.
We should repair what we can, I suppose, before we try anything rash.
Confirmed. Vehicle reporting.
Unit
Moving.
ready.
Russian space aid. Pressure gauges no. Rocket packs fully charged.
Repairing.
Shifting thrusters.
See, I feel this tendency to buy a lot of these guys just because, one, aerial, and two, high numbers. We basically want to get rid of... Uh-oh. Well, that was not that uh-oh. I keep forgetting that Yuri's tanks are basically made out of paper craft.
Repaired. Repairing.
Fuel mix optimized. Racers at full power. Fuel mix optimized. Shifting thrusters.
Waiting order.
Repairing.
We could probably sell some stuff and buy more vehicles if we absolutely must.
Armageddon is here.
Armageddon.
Armageddon is here.
I wonder if we have a shot at this now.
Unit repaired.
Armageddon
Shifting
is here.
thrusters.
We'll save the finale for tomorrow either way.
Boosters engaged. Shifting thrusters.
I think the idea of that mission is that Yuri is gonna try to use the time machine again or something.
Rocket packs fully charged. Shifting thrusters.
It's almost 10:30, so no, I will probably not do it today.
Light and fast.
I would have liked to do it, but I am tired. I'm old. I'm an old man. I have to get my rest. I need to drink my prune juice and read my newspapers and get angry at stuff. That's what being old is like, right?
Boosters engaged.
Boosters engaged.
Light and fast.
Unit lost.
Fuel mix optimized.
Well,
Unit
Beam
promoted.
intensity locked. What is the mission?
Bring it down, man. This will be your last moment. Be patient. It will soon be a wasteland. Eradicate them.
why did you do that?
Unit lost.
Be a wasteland. The end is at hand.
Come on, break it.
Be patient. Taste your mortality. The instrument of doom.
Our base is under attack.
Well, that was a tragedy and a half.
Shifting thrusters. Fuel mix
Unit
optimized.
lost.
Time for laser show. Shifting thrusters. We need more funding. Ready for transport.
Taste your mortality. It will soon be a wasteland. The apocalypse has begun. The apocalypse has begun.
Okay, just don't drive too far in that direction, alright guys?
Moving. Location confirmed. We will bury them. Location confirmed. Target sight. Changing position.
Unit lost. Our
Come on,
base
break
is
it,
under
break it,
attack.
break it, break it, break it. Why are they so incompetent? That's one thing that's always been troublesome, is that getting them around obstacles, walls and such. It's like, okay, I could drive left 1 second and actually effectively destroy this thing, but allow me to shoot this wall for 5 minutes instead.
They will run in fear. I cast on them.
Cosmonaut report. Waiting orders.
They will run in fear. Taste you. This will be your last moments. The end is at hand. Bringing down the railway overload.
Location confirmed. We will bury them.
Unit lost. Unit promoted. Our base is under attack.
Secure.
Well, it's breaking itself, but
Pressure gauge is normal. Tracking target.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
that ain't it, I'm afraid.
Russian boosters engaged.
Waiting orders.
Be patient.
Vehicle reporting. Moving. Ready, comrade.
Excellent. This will be your last
Vehicle
moments.
reporting.
I cast a deadly shadow. I cast a deadly shadow.
Waiting orders.
This will be your last moments. The apocalypse has begun. Excellent. The apocalypse has begun. It will soon be a wasteland. Eradicate them. This will be your last
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
See, it usually overloads itself eventually, but the problem is, by the time it's done that, my units have already basically wrecked each other, so...
Do you have a plan? Making tracks.
Ready, comrade.
It will soon be a wasteland. The
Unit promoted.
It will soon be a wasteland. Bringing down the hammer. I cast a deadly shadow. I cast a deadly shadow. Bringing down the hammer. This will be your last moments. The apocalypse has begun. Excellent. Bringing down the hammer. They will run in fear.
Let's clear the air. Firing salvo.
Yeah, I think we need to try and face these challenges one at a time, as I'm doing right now.
Beam intensity locked. Boosters engaged. Rocket packs fully charged.
Because this
Our
jerk...
base is under attack. Unit promoted.
Vehicle reporting.
Okay, so far so good? Question mark.
Boosters engaged.
The apocalypse has begun.
Shifting thrusters.
Annihilating.
Unit lost.
Lasers at full power.
Come on, destroy it already.
Unit lost.
Attacking.
Armored personnel carrier ready. Yes, I'm a pass.
Okay, okay, okay.
They will roam in peace. The end is at hand.
Well done, Comrade General. Victory will soon be ours.
The apocalypse has begun.
Unit promoted. Unit lost.
The end is at hand.
You see how they take like 50 years to gear up and thus
Our
get
base
killed?
is under attack. Unit lost.
Waiting order.
Tracking target.
Disc in flight.
Unit lost.
Do you have a plan? Unix optimized.
It will soon be a wasteland.
Do you have a plan?
Unit
Okay, well,
lost.
that was not a smart idea on his part, but sure.
Guns loaded. Ready, comrade. Maneuvering. Lock them down. Black away.
Encountering enemy.
Unit promoted.
Location confirmed. We will bury them.
What is the mission? Cutting pad. Maneuvering. Let's clear the air. Making track.
Okay, okay,
Black
okay.
away.
Disc in flight.
Lock them down. Let's clear the air.
The apocalypse has begun. The end is at hand. It will soon be a wasteland. Eradicate them. Bringing down the hammer.
Of course, destroying the construction yard would be ideal after we get this one.
Well done, Comrade General. Victory will soon be ours. Unit promoted.
Bringing
Our
down
base is under attack.
the apocalypse has begun. Bringing down the hammer. It will soon be a wasteland. Eradicate them. Excellent. Eradicate them. This will be your last moment.
Let's be careful not to send them too far to the left. The last thing we need is for our units to be controlled again.
Our base is under attack.
This will be your last moment.
Repairing. Repairing.
Vehicle
Be
reporting.
patient. Bringing down the hammer.
Okay, that was mildly frustrating, but I think we got there.
Unit promoted.
I had a bit of moon salt there, I hope you don't mind.
Making tracks. Making tracks. Black away.
Location confirmed. We will bury them. Location confirmed. Encountering enemy.
Let's clear the air.
Let's clear the air.
Encountering enemy. Attacking. Location confirmed. Target sighted. Encountering enemy. We will bury them. Attacking. Encountering enemy. Attacking. Location
And as per usual, once all
location confirmed.
production structures go down, that's the end. I'm assuming.
Attacking.
Nope, absolutely not.
Unit promoted.
I think that also shows my vendetta with the Apocalypse tanks, actually. They take so long to gear up and actually fire. It's not that bad when you're just on the offensive, but with Yuri, where his towers very quickly start to steal your units, the last thing you want is a unit taking 50 million years about starting up.
Getting in closer. Making tracks. Lock them down. Back away. Yes, I'm on top. Lock them down. Yes, I'm on top. Lock them down. Getting in closer. Getting in closer.
Alright, well, there goes that.
Getting in closer.
Does he have some more stuff down here, perhaps?
Cutting path. Maneuvering. Making tracks.
No, he doesn't. Okay.
You have only succeeded in delaying the inevitable. I will win.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Congratulations, Comrade General. Or should I say, Cosmonaut General. We have discovered the traitor's location. Yuri commands his forces from his ancestral home in Transylvania. He is like Monster from movies, yes? I am certain he has new scheme for world domination. End this, Comrade General. Destroy Castle and crush him beneath the stones.
This could be your most dangerous mission, Comrade General. The entire world watches and waits. To have come this far only to fail now, it is unthinkable. You must not fail. Forgive me for speaking frankly, but it might help you to know that upon your return, I hope to see you in Moscow. Winter there is cold, yes? But this winter could be different.
Hey!
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by. Incoming transmission.
We have located Yuri's fortress.
Its location is directly north of your present position. Unfortunately, Allied troops to the west and Soviet troops to the east are both under the control of Yuri's psychic beacons. Destroy the battle control online.
Right. As much as I would like to continue. We've been at it for 3.5 hours, and I am going to jump into bed. But I look forward to continuing this. Right, that was the stream. Stop by tomorrow for the finale of this game, and maybe even the start of a co-op campaign. We'll have to see how quickly the finale goes, so we'll see how it goes. You should still be able to hear the music. I'm gonna have to ask like a second opinion or something, because I genuinely don't hear it. But well, I hear the music, but I mean I don't hear the problem. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, I have, and I don't hear the problem. I always check. I always check my my settings. Anyway, have a good night and see you tomorrow, perhaps.